Welcome back to GDQ Hotfix, everyone. Tonight on What's Faster, I have a couple friends playing Miles Morales and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. But before we get into that, I just want to remind everyone that Flame Fatales will be having its next all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales, from August 21st to 27th. The marathon schedule is out now, so if you type !FF in chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales, you can find more information about that. Also, the prize submissions are open, so you can find all of that on the website as well. Also, we have One and Doneathon coming up for its second season, August 13th and 14th. It's a marathon where you can show off your favorite run or some run of your choosing, but that's the only time you get to be on the marathon. It's one and done. And that schedule is out now, and if you use !OADAT in Twitch chat, you can learn more about that. Pest Rebel, I'm ready to throw it over to you. So, Pestless, why don't you go ahead and take over?
Sure. Hi, guys. My name is Pestless. I'll be running Miles Morales, any percent. I got world record in this category a couple days ago, and I'm going to have fun watching Rebels run. This will be great.
So I'm Rebel Dragon 95. I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep today. As Pes said, he's just gonna watch me play for a lot of it because the meme of Miles is there's a lot of cutscenes. But hopefully I can do pretty well because this can go horribly wrong for me in comparison to what can happen to Pes in his run.
Okay, I'm just watching you, dude.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I think we're ready to get started. So if you two are both ready, just let us know
give
when.
me 2 seconds. Just
like you assume the position.
Just let me get to the character select screen real quick. Pest knows what's up.
Yeah, we don't start time in Birth by Sleep until he selects his playable character. There's like a 25-minute animation before that.
25 minutes, Jesus. Give me 25 seconds. Oh my god.
Dude,
Holy moly. No
I'm
wonder we
already
skip
in the
it.
Miles Morales mindset, dude. I was just like, oh, if it's a long unskippable cutscene, it has to be half an hour long. That's the only way this makes sense.
Alright, so I'm ready. Are you?
It's like, just someone count us down.
All right, I'll do it. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Have fun, Rebel.
You have fun as well. Have fun watching me for the first 2.5 minutes.
It's like, have fun with those orbs.
Right, so I'm gonna do orbs. There are 3 waves of these orbs. They are pretty random. I'm trying to hit these ones into each other because they get instantly KO'd if you knock them into each other. Problem with Terra is that his second hit can knock orbs away, so I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. That's an okay first wave. Second wave, I just Sonic Shadow. Cool, that second wave went really well.
And the only thing happening on my screen is I shortcutted the, what do you call it, the jump kick? I'll explain why when I get to play the video game.
Oh god, I did not mean to do that. Cool, that's fine. 51 is perfectly acceptable.
Yep, have fun watching Rebel do that 2 more times.
Yeah, I've got to do it 2 more times. Alright, so the story of Terra is, if you've seen Star Wars Episode 3, that's basically what it is. Terra, Vens and Arcos are very different, but if you've seen Anakin's part of Episode 3, that's basically what we're going to do. But I'm going to go into the first Force fight, and I need to get a pretty important drop from, for the mechanic called D-Link, which is basically a mechanic where we use other characters like command decks and things. I need level 1 Ven to save some amount of time. If I don't get it, I lose 45 seconds, basically, by just being slow. So I'm just gonna be... Oh, I got it. Let's go.
Of course you got it. Dang marathon. Yeah, but
And as you can see, I go a lot faster with my hits now, so...
Yeah.
Now I just got to do...
I'm playing an action game. Rebel's basically playing a deck builder.
I'm
bottom
basically
left of
playing
the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the bottom left of the screen is what's called command deck, and has all your RPG abilities and stuff. And he's just going to be relying on that. The links he'll use to get new commands later, and in Ben's case, it just lets him swing the keyblade fast. So that's kind of neat.
Oh, nice air hit, Terra. Thank you. The enemy was on the ground, and he's like, let's go to. He's like, let's go to the skies. Right.
All right, that was your 2.5 minute head start, Rebel. I'm Thanks. So, yeah, swinging in Miles. Really just going as straight as the line as you can is the whole idea. We tend to swing into rooftops when we can, because it's just easier to keep a straight line. But the swag thing is bunny hopping. What I'm going to do is get on a straight line on the ground, web zip, use my shortcutted jump kick, and jump out of it, canceling that animation. And this allows us to actually potentially break the mass velocity if Miles will cooperate.
It's so fast.
It can be very fast. It's very easy to slow down.
Yeah, because you can hit things and other things. But yeah, once you get it started and your line is good, then it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like it's literally bunny hopping in any other game. It's really hard because it's the left D-pad and the X button.
Yeah,
so I have to actually lay my controller flat and use like my middle fingers to try to smash it out properly.
You can handle this. Breathe in, breathe out. Be cool.
I can try in a second.
And yeah, say hello to the next cutscene. So the big meme about Miles Morales is that there are 52 minutes of unskippable cutscenes.
Very careful.
I'm not making that number up. It's 52 minutes. We timed it. In earlier patches, there were actually less cutscenes that we couldn't skip, and when they patched the game, they added more in.
It's gotta be.
So we do a quote-unquote RTA timing, which is we just do RTA timing, and then we manually subtract the timing cutscenes.
Yep.
Because first patch is dumb.
No, it's 4:23. That's not terrible considering I had to.
Yeah, Rebel was just going ham.
Yeah, I'm just pressing buttons in that fight, dude. There's not much going on. I'm just pressing buttons. Alright, don't forget this menu. I forgot this menu 3 times. Since coming back to Terra.
Yeah, for frame of reference, because of the cutscenes, this first mission is going to take me around 20 minutes. Rebel will be near halfway done.
Yeah, with Terra.
Runners unresponsive. Brace for impact.
There's a lot of cutscenes in just this first mission, where we're just going to track down Rhino. This bit's all tutorial, Rhino.
Oh my god.
Big auto-scroller. We can really just focus on Rebel for a good while.
Hey, Pets, guess what?
Did you get the Aquan dot first try?
I really did.
You are the luckiest bastard.
Pete, I'm sorry, man.
Oh my god.
It's okay. We got this. Just need to contain it before.
But yeah, I had a split in Terra called 52 Minutes of Fun for a while, because it took me 52 minutes of straight reset to get one of those drops. So, like,
and I'm messing up the fight afterwards, so do not worry.
Like, yeah, that sounds right.
I messed up the fight completely because the bunnies didn't die at the right time. God.
Like, and whose fault is that, Rebel? You have Magnet. Come on, man.
I think it's your fault because you're watching me instead of playing.
I mean, whose fault is that? I don't actually know. I'm legitimately asking.
I mean, Rebel, you definitely like had plenty of time to practice and stuff before this, right?
Oh yeah, I
you
definitely
weren't busy
did.
at all before this.
I definitely did. Like I'm just absolutely crazy. The fact I say yes to half the stuff I say yes to.
Yeah, you can de-rust on the BBS in a week, dude.
Oh yeah, like I could definitely do that in a week. It's not hard.
I mean, don't even mean like you're not getting halfway decent times doing it in like a day.
Yeah, I know, right?
So here's the fun part of this auto-scroller first mission, is we just leave. it legitimately saves time just to go up to this building because it skips some of the dialogue, and a lot of triggers in this game are dialogue based.
Oh,
So we're
what?
waiting for Spider-Man to say certain dialogue. When Miles says "great, just great," we're going to take out a
take out one
dude,
guy.
and that's the trigger to move forward. But we hide on the roof till we see this dialogue start to play, and then we can prepare a dude to be one hit off.
Oh yeah, so for context, me and Pez both run both of these games as well. So I know pretty much like half the stuff that he's going to be going on about and doing, and when he's doing it.
Yeah, it's like I used to hold world record in all the categories he's playing. He used to hold world record in this game, so we know a thing or two. Like, how's the Cindy escort going for you?
It's about as standard as usual.
Yeah, he's just when you use certain commands, you get into what's called command style, which changes your attacks and makes them more powerful. Rebel's mostly going to try to use ice attacks and
not get bodied by floods, which is happening right now. Which is happening right now, but it doesn't matter too much. You don't lose that much time. I'm trying to get EXP anyway, so...
Yeah, he wants to get a certain amount of EXP, so he's fine just killing enemies here. But
she swiped right, it's all fine.
But his AoE, like, options aren't great to start out.
Yeah, so that was a fairly standard Cindy for what you normally get.
Yeah, I'm in a literal auto-scroller, so you can talk about Symphony Master if you want.
Yeah, so right after Cinderella Escort, we're gonna do a little bit of movement. We're gonna grab a Thunder Chest. The Thunder Chest is actually useful because we're gonna use it to make some Magneras a bit later. And then we're gonna get into Symphony Master. Symphony Master on beginner is a pretty easy fight. We're just gonna go into Vendy Link and do what we did to Wheelmaster in the first boss fight, which is go nuts on him. One very funny thing about Vendy Link's finisher in this game is that half the hitbox is missing at 60 FPS. If you switch the game to 30 FPS on the PC version, the hitbox comes back. But on 60 FPS, the hitbox just doesn't exist. So this fight used to be a little bit easier, but it's a little bit harder now with that missing hitbox.
Yeah, for the most part, everything's easier on the PS4 port of that game. Because 60 FPS, you just legitimately do twice the damage on a lot of things. But it also, like Rebel was saying, with Vendy Link and a couple other finishers, like messes things up. And it does fun things, like the enemies die too quickly to your Magnet Thunder combo, so you get less EXP than you should.
Less EXP and less CP. When you found that out, we were like, what? And then we were like, oh god. So I have to add in extra hits to like to maintain your CP game. Alright, we're going to Dwarf Woodlands now. There's actually a really cool trick at the start here. I'm like the only one who does this trick this particular way.
Reckless, treacherous, unhinged menace.
Oh.
Yeah, he can fly too in his game. Like, it's very specific situations. Because all the urns in that room actually have active hitboxes and you can't see them. And his shot lock, which goes in first person mode, orange meter in the bottom right of the screen, you'll get used to him seeing a lot of those soon.
Now or never, Miles! We gotta stop him!
On my way!
All right. We're going to go ahead and take a quick pause just to deal with some technical difficulties, and then we'll be right back. All right. I think we're back. We're back and we're ready to go. So yeah, you two can go on ahead when you're ready.
All right, you ready, Pess?
Yep, go ahead, Rob.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
He paused right before a cutscene, so that's good.
What am I doing? Oh, right, yeah, I'm doing a menu. I made the lovely mistake of streaming to a UK server. Just don't do that.
Just never do that.
Alright, so I'm doing a quick menu here, buying fires, buying arrow, buying that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did a sequence break to grab Fish and Firaga, then I just turned around and sold it because I don't need it.
Yeah, I hope you like fire. Rebel's going to use a lot of it tonight.
Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah, I'm going to be using a lot of fire. Right, so this is the Dwarf Woodlands Force fight. I'm looking for the second upward dealing drop here. Hopefully I do get it, because I do need it. Oh, then I get it instantly? Of course I do.
You... This isn't the stream to say what I want to say.
This is what I live for in this game, an annoying pass.
It's not hard. With your luck, it's not hard.
Oh, I got a pure drop as well, so I get to skip a chest.
Of course you did. So, I'm just punching dudes. The actual... Doing full combos in this game is really slow. So, webbing guys up, which takes 5 webs from the web shooters, instantly KOs them. So I'm doing a lot of that. And otherwise, just dodging under dudes and punching them.
Yep.
Is fast enough. So this is true any percent from a fresh file, so I don't have that many tools. We're just kind of punching dudes the best we can.
Yep. Alright. I'm using Sonic Shadow to move across the screen, and now I've got Magic Mirror. You in a cutscene again yet, Pass?
About to be.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. Like, it's weird when you're not in a cutscene in that game.
The first mission, like, yeah. It doesn't start off strong. Gotta be said. At least lets you know what you're in for. So, fun fact, this cutscene that I'm about to watch used to be skippable.
Oh, sorry, I'm concentrating. Oh, I missed it by 1 hit. I nearly got 1 cycle. I missed it by 1 tiny bit of damage. If you do everything right there and every hit connects, you kill Magic Mirror before he even decides to move, which is very useful. But I missed it by like a smidgen of HP there.
Oof.
Yeah, that is what we call a big oof. Right, now going to Mysterious Tower. Mysterious Tower in
now
every
you go
Tower
to
run.
cutscene world, so
Yeah, I don't have to watch them though. I can skip them. Sorry. Like, over here with my privilege of skipping cutscenes.
Hey, this used to be skippable. Then when Insomniac patched the game, we couldn't skip it anymore. So, rip, I guess. But we finally unlocked Venom abilities. That's the main gimmick of combat in this game. Top left corner, you'll see a Venom bar. We'll end up with 3 by the end of the run.
Badly.
Venom bar management is the main skill cap in this run.
Yeah, knowing how to use your Venom bar, when to use it, how to build it, and how to build it optimally. Even more so in any percent, because in New Game Plus we have a lot of stuff that makes it a lot easier to maintain. It's like to maintain it through
and that's 100 combo
abilities.
in the first mission, so sorry if you struggled for that trophy.
Wow, showing off for the people.
It's like, I feel like there's some sort of glitch where the combo counter doesn't reset in the first mission, because I always get 100 combo.
Right. Back to more force fights. Right.
Yeah, I'm legitimately web shooting Rhino here just to build up more Venom.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything like...
No, it just builds up the Venom meter. Because all I'm doing is punching him, it will stun him to do a combo, punch him again, build up the Venom meter.
I'm trying to maintain my finish here because I need it, so... Okay, there's 2 of them there, that's good. Oh, that was perfect. Alright. Oh, I haven't got any shiverings yet though, Pest, so I'm not on insane pace run yet.
Alright, cool. So now the most important speed strat in Miles Morales. You have to find some sort of puzzle game to entertain yourself. So we're just going to do some puzzles over here, and you can watch Rebel go through Radiant.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit bodied by this force fight right now because the guys hit me out of my...
That's not an easy force fight, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I got very much bodied there because I got hit once, and that's just a complete like body bag of everything.
You get hit even once in that force fight, it goes sideways real quick.
Yep.
Like, there's just no real way around it.
Right, cool.
What?
I'm gonna pick up a shimmering crystal. I need 2 more of these for this run to be like actually optimal. Something funny about this category is your menus actually change depending on what RNG you have here. So in this case, because I've only got 1 shimmering, I'm going to do this menu here. Otherwise, I'd put on 2 fires and a thunder. Hopefully, this gives me enough back.
Yeah, different people do different versions of that menu. I know Rebel, like, some people do different menus depending on the RNG they get. So you want certain crystal drops, like Rebel's looking for shimmering drops, so he can get fire boost and deal more damage.
Well, there's 1 shimmering for you. I've got 2 fire boosts.
Certain runners will do different menus depending on if they have fire boosts and stuff before the 3 hour fight. I think Rebel just does the same menu every time.
Yeah, well, it depends on how many shimmerings I've got. If I've got 2 shimmerings, I will do the 2 fire menu. But if not, I always do the same one, and I try and keep to that. Right, now I've got to kill a couple of extra enemies here. So I can tell. Okay, that was exactly what I wanted. Finish. The birds can give you rings as well, so you always want to make sure you kill the birds as well. Okay, I need to grab a flood on the way back. Oh, I'm on Trindiama. Right, so Trindiama is basically the same with all 3 characters. I'm going to build up my Firestorm finisher, use like the main combo of it, and then just keep using the finisher of it. Terrace is actually a little bit harder because you're not actually like over leveled to hell like you are with Ven and Aqua, and you can die if you're not careful. Something else is at the start, Trindiama charges 3 times. As when you're playing as Terra, he always charges at Terra 3 times. The other characters, he doesn't do that. He charges at each character once. So
yeah, you'll see this guy a couple more times on Repo stream. It's kind of defined as a quote-unquote middle point of the run, because it's when all 3 characters meet up. They meet up at the beginning, this fight, and then at the end. Alright,
now he's going to go there and do that. That's all good. Alright, this is about going as standard.
No, guys, I'm doing the puzzles because this is optimal. I'm saving time. I'm obviously saving time. No, I'm just waiting for cutscenes. But it's fine because I have a really cool glitch coming up. I promise.
Oh, what launches? Yeah, dude.
Just hopefully I can get it.
Hopefully you can get a good launch. So now at the end here, I'm just going to do some flame salvos.
Let's go.
Hopefully I'll finish him off. Good, that's fine. That wasn't that good of a fight. Normally I have 2 fire boosts there, so that makes that way better. Yeah, so if pets can get this strat, we basically use the PS5 menus to abuse a lot of stuff in this game. What happened?
Miles being weird.
Oh, Miles being weird? That's about normal.
Yeah, what we're going to do is PS5 has performance options, like different options for high FPS, like ray tracing, all that fun jazz. When you change it, it resets checkpoint. So we can do that to reset checkpoint when we're not supposed to, and open the share menu while holding a button, and if everything goes right, we'll just speed up the game rapidly. That's not a big one. Let's try for a bigger one. There we go. And when you speed up rapidly, you get launched. in certain cutscenes, like so.
Yep, and it can save you quite a lot of time actually.
Where Miles just gets ridiculous speed.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Every time.
It's really hard to maintain it and actually like keep it going. I got within 300 of first clip, which is pretty good. Not complain about that. It's really hard to maintain those launches.
Yeah,
You can only do it twice, unfortunately, because it has to be a cutscene where the character model's actually moving, and there are exactly 2 of those in this game that's actually useful. He's moving in a way that you can yeet yourself across the map. So you'll see that one more time.
Hollow training? Oh, I am so down.
Hey, don't mind me, I'm just doing a quick level grind.
And I'm doing tutorials where Peter says, here's all your basic combos. You should use all of them.
Yeah, so I'm
And
like-
we will, I guess, but really we're just going to use
Let's
venom
go.
punches as
Sorry.
much as we can.
Hey, pass 3 fire boost, let's go.
Pod?
Alright, so for context, on Birth by Sleep Beginner, which is what we're doing, you actually rely on enemy drop log for a lot of stuff. So I've been trying to get enemy drops for like a lot of things that I need. So yeah, I've got my quote-unquote best ability that I need now. It's one of the things that like is very different between like BBS Beginner and Crit, is that Crit doesn't rely on as much stuff as Beginner relies on. Cool. I'm gonna need to. That was very slow, so I'm gonna need to go Magna.
Yeah, combat in this game is hard to commentate because it's very reactionary. Because the enemies like to swarm you in weird ways, and I'm just trying my best to react to it. This mission, the only extra strat to it is I am trying often to just push them off the building.
Dual boost isn't terrible, but like not good.
So does Miles have something like the drone that's just like super busted? Like
No.
Spider-Man has?
What Miles has instead is gravity wells and remote mines, and they're both very good.
Yeah.
But the problem with Miles is that they changed how you get gadgets back. So the issue with Miles is that gadgets don't refill in the same way that they do in the first game, which is whenever you beat an enemy or do a finisher, you get a gadget back, and it's higher chance upon enemy defeat on lower difficulties. In Miles, that's kind of how it works, but the problem is they made the drop rate so low that like it really doesn't matter. So we try and use as little gadgets as possible to maintain the ones that we need.
We have
later
no
on.
consistent way to get gadgets back, but we have a million consistent
gotcha.
ways to get Venom back, so we rely on
Yeah,
Venom.
so Venom's a lot more useful because it's basically a resource that we have infinite usage of without really anything changing.
Yeah, but any percent, unfortunately, the Gravity Well gadget's really good. It was a pre-order bonus when this game came out, so it's banned in any percent runs.
Yep.
Because otherwise it's just an unfair advantage for
Yeah,
people
because
that
it's just
ordered.
incredibly
Because
good.
it's so strong.
Right,
So
I'm actually
this
done
one-
with my grind, so I'm going
This
to
is a
break.
deceptively hard fight because I don't have that many tools yet.
Yeah, it's actually hard even when you have tools as well.
Yeah, just, we're here for you, just you get swarmed by enemies. There's a lot to keep track of. Like I said, combat in this game is pretty reactionary.
Yeah,
Some of the
so
missions can get scripted to greater or lesser extents. This one, that first wave is all just randomness, and the next wave I'm just trying to push people off the roof, because gravity will do the work for me.
What are these weapons? Memory metal?
Let's see if I can get.
Venom punches are one
that's
hits
not
on the lowest difficulty, which is really the
Yeah.
main thing we can consistently rely on. We'll rely on other Venom abilities when we get them, but we don't have them.
Yeah, you don't
Which is
have
a shame.
everything right
They'd be
now.
very helpful in this mission.
Venom Jump is very useful, but I don't think you have that one yet either, right?
No, I get that one in frames.
Yeah, Venom Jump is genuinely like so good that even on like NG Plus runs, that's the one that we spam for everything. Like, it's so good. Because what you do is if you gravity well enemies towards you and then Venom Jump, it's basically like doing a remote mine, and then you can then just take everyone out. And while you're taking everyone out, you get all of your Venom back, so that you can then proceed to do it again. Because enemy AI in Miles is very aggressive, and they'll all run towards you. So then that's how you try and reliably get rid of enemies without relying on gadgets too much.
Yeah, to briefly explain how these finishers work, you get a finisher for every 15 hit combo, and it's just an insta-kill, and if you jump, you get the fastest finisher animation. So, if I do a finisher on the ground, and it's not that same jump animation every time, that means I screwed up.
Yep. I'm going into this game's version of Mario Kart real quick.
Yep. Good old Kingdom Carts.
Yeah, Kingdom Carts, Rumble Racing, whatever you want to call it.
We got a Chocobo Kart Racer. When are we going to get our Kingdom Hearts kart
Yeah, when's the
racer?
cage one? Alright, cool. I even got the boost as well. Let's go, boys. Right.
I would spend far too much money on a Kingdom Hearts kart racer.
Like, same, honestly?
It wouldn't be worth it in any way, but I would do it.
Oh, absolutely not. Or my tornado cycle is not correct for that.
Yeah, if you do Rumble Racing perfectly, the tornado cycles are consistent. So you can get the same ones and not get hit by them. Because you can legitimately lose that race, but
oh yeah,
you only lose that race if you get hit by a tornado in the final lap.
It's well within your range to lose this. I'm not going to get sub 2 because I had to take a really weird tornado route. To make sure I didn't get hit. But now I should be fine on my tornadoes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm in story mission, like Christmas dinner. I'm literally just going to do a couple interactive prompts. Then Miles is going to go out in the middle of freaking Manhattan and just assume because it's Christmas Eve and it's snowing, there's no one on the street.
There's no one on the
sticking to a wall, even though you can see people on the street during the mission. And just, no one notices or cares. This kid's in Spider-Man, don't worry.
The video game classic right there, that nobody notices or cares.
I mean, it is New York. It's very possible nobody notices or cares.
Yeah.
I mean, it's New York. It's very possible people notice and don't care.
Oh, this is going to be an invalid run, Pess. I do apologize.
Dude, you're not going to get sub 2? Wow.
No,
I automatically won the race. Good night, dude. If runs and down.
You win, dude.
If runs and down, GG's.
Absolutely.
Yep, next up we have Grudge Match.
Absolute travesty of a speedrunner right here.
Travesty, get out of here.
Absolute audacity of this man to not get a sub 2.
Yeah, go back to the UK servers, dude. You're done.
Go back to the UK servers. Talk to me when you actually play the game.
I did one cool glitch, okay? I did one cool glitch in Buddy Hops, okay? It's not nothing.
Cool, go over here. Now I'm just abusing Magnet and Fires to get rid of this entire force fight really quickly.
Yeah, Magnet's our go-to command for every character because it's easily the best crowd control in the game. It swoops everyone up around us, it disables them from attacking us back.
Oh, the flood came to me at the end, Pess.
And it can lead to really nice combos into other commands, so it's insanely good. We'll use it for everything.
Yep. It's the best crowd control in this game, where it's like the main crowd control in this game. There are other things that can crowd control, but it's the main one, it's the best
But
one.
like, zero gravity, really?
Yeah, I know, right? Now, Magnet into zero gravity, though, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, wait, that's not so Magnet first. Of course it is. 12, that's not gonna...
Yeah, Miles is also relying on any of these New Yorkers not looking out their window, but you know.
Yep.
During a blackout, I think that's what people would probably do, but what do I know?
Alright, I'm in 10 rounds, so I'm building up firestorms again.
And after this cutscene, I'll open up our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man app by swiping left on the touchpad for
my favorite
reason,
control screen scheme.
which I'm going to instantly shortcut to right D-pad the second I can, but the game won't let you do that until you open the app for some reason.
What do you mean? I just deal with it being on the swipe right.
Dude, you actually do the dialogue
Yes!
skips with the swipes?
I actually do.
You are a madman. How
Why would
you
I
do that?
Quite easily, in fact. I didn't think it was that much of a problem.
Get the heck out of here, dude.
Oh my word! I didn't get a firestorm. Fine. I guess I'm not going to be in firestorm at the right time. Okay, good. Now I'm in firestorm. Oh, another fleeting. Let's go. Two attack hastes. Alright, something that we never usually bring up. Every character in this game has casting animations or different animations. Terra's casting animation for magic is actually a few frames slower than every other character's. So it makes doing that, what I just did, really difficult in some instances if enemies decide to not let you play.
Yeah, there are legitimately some strats you cannot do as Terra because he casts magic too slow. Which is pretty funny. So, did you like bunny hopping the first time? We're going to do it again.
Oh, sorry, did I say 2 attack hastes? I meant 3 attack hastes.
Wow. Well, you can't ask for much better RNG than no reset on that.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can really see how much quicker bunny hopping can be here.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how fast it is.
Yeah, because otherwise, when you do your swings, there's a max velocity the game lets you go at. Bunny hopping ignores the max velocity. I don't know why. I think it's because you're confusing the game a lot, because you're not supposed to be able to do this.
I think it's because you're going
You can only do this by exploiting the shortcut thing. That's a Miles-only feature. Which
I want
means
this in Spider-Man so bad.
I can almost guarantee you it'll be a thing on PC with rebindable keys.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you will be able to rebind jump the left click and swing kick the right click and just go.
I'm so excited.
it's so good. It's
going to be a very hot meme in Peter game when that comes out. Also, I'm upset that when I'm not going for a PB is when I actually maintain the bunny hop the whole way. Because maintaining the bunny hop is not easy. Oh, are you kidding me? Stick to the freaking wall. Wow, I've never seen this guy do anything but cooperate before. Whatever.
Signal relays are being jammed. Something.
So, first big menu of this run, it forces me to make hollow drones. They suck, don't worry about it.
Hollow drones are so terrible.
They're so bad. And I'm going to, you create a waypoint on the map, it'll stop the animation of the map scrolling. And now upgrades. I'm going to unlock Venom Jump is the big one. Venom Jump is, I literally just lift a bunch of enemies surrounding me in a circle in the air, and one combo, even on a fresh file, after a Venom Jump, will take every dude in the game out.
Yeah.
So Venom Jumps are going to be our go-to from now on. Just ridiculous crowd control. Easily our best go-to for any guy who can be jumped. We'll meet people who can't later.
Okay. Hope the trains.
I just did your favorite fight pass, the 50 seconds of nothing.
There you go.
Hey, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, you get nothing from that fight. You get like 50 money. Nothing else. It's pointless. You get a HP increase at the end. It's what we like to call hype. Right, so now I've got my magnets and my fire surges. I'm going to use magnets. I'm going to fire surge through them if I can.
This line got some updates
And
with
if you're
Ross.
wondering why I don't bunny hop everywhere, bunny hop's really only useful when you're going in a straight
I'll
line.
follow up on it.
Yeah, if
And
you
the
have
straight
to-
line's only useful if there's an actual road that will lead in a straight line to your destination, which only happens in a handful of instances.
I miss you. Especially my
Because otherwise, it's better to just swing high, make sure there's no obstacles in your way. Try to maintain the max velocity the game usually keeps you at.
Alright, cool. I'm heading to 221. Oh, dude, we get cool movement. I forgot about Enchanted Step. Let's go. I always forget about Enchanted Step, and then I get here and I'm like, oh, yeah, Enchanted Step.
Yeah, Rebel can defy gravity too in his game.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at me, don't look at me.
I mean, these are basically the same video games, right? I think that's
Oh, yeah,
the
definitely.
whole point that we're,
Oh, yeah.
that's why we're here.
No, they're
Yeah.
the same video game.
So, yeah, there's me defying gravity real quick.
Is this easy?
I mean, they're both owned by Disney, released on Sony platforms. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
big
defy
conspiracy,
gravity
guys.
all you want. Same games. So I'm just taking a bunch of guys out in stealth, because stealth just one-hits dudes. If it's an option, it's always the fastest option.
Yep.
That guy was trolling me and not getting close enough that I could venom jump him, but whatever. It's all...
That's all of them. Now to get the trains back on the tracks. Controls are probably in the office. Tinkerer. Unc said
And
that's
now
the-
I'm going on my first quote-unquote puzzle of the game.
Oh my god, I got...
He's read the controls.
Yes, I got gunless and I
Not much to say
golded.
about it. You mother... Why are you the luckiest man alive? I swear.
Yeah, so that's the DM skip in that fight. It's actually genuinely really difficult to get that DM skip sometimes. It's completely dependent on the pattern he gives you. He just happened to give me the right pattern there.
DM skip's a Kingdom Hearts thing. It stands for Desperation Move.
Oh, yeah.
It's those big things where the enemy like lights up and becomes invincible and does their ultimate attack. It almost always takes a bunch of time. For that fight, he goes in the guns, and the guns shoot at you, and you can't damage him during it, and you have to kill the guns or wait it out. On beginner, it doesn't lose that much time to get the guns. On crit, it loses a
But not the
bunch.
generator.
And
Crit loses about 45 seconds. It's pretty...
Okay. I can use
Pretty
that to power the
yikes.
trains. Probably. My webs are conductive.
yeah, so there are a handful of those desperation moves that Rebel's going to try to skip it.
Mine for the
Yeah.
New York subway. Yes!
You can't skip all of them, so you have to deal with some of them.
Hey, Mr. Davis.
Now I'm trying to
Anything change on your end?
Panels just lit up like
deal with... Oh, I didn't mean to kill. Deal with the big monkeys.
If anything
Yeah,
else
well-
comes up, just post a note in the app.
Wait a second.
What I'm dealing with right now is technically the only side mission we do in the run, because it's a required side mission. I don't know why this game makes that distinction, but this mission is essentially the game teaching you how like side quests work.
Yeah, but it's like required for the story, so it's kind of a main mission.
Yeah. So it does that whole like puzzles with the trains, showing you all the missions have those puzzles, show you all the combat scenarios, a bunch of them have. Yeah, we're just going to bunny hop around Central Park here because it is actually faster than swinging through Central Park. Is the bunny hop all the way around,
You learn? Oh, MJ needs me. Gotta go.
which is hilarious. See if I can make this turn. This turn's a little tight. There we go. That's why the turn's a little tight. The hard part about bunny hopping is you need to be on a straight street, and as you can see, there are a bunch of cars on the straight street. The cars, they spawn in completely randomly. There's nothing we can do about it. The normal sized cars, Miles will usually hop on top and be okay. The big old delivery trucks and stuff just stop us in our tracks.
Yeah.
So all we can do is try to stay close to a sidewalk and just try to avoid them. Easier said than done. It's very hard to control yourself when you're going that fast with the bunny hop.
Oh, hey, Mr. Davis. I'm almost there.
You gotta hurry, Spider-Man.
I was just making sure I hit level 20 at the end of this world. In that room.
For real?
Oh yeah, so to note, I've been gaining EXP throughout the run. My EXP is routed, so I get the level I need on the exact last point where I get EXP, which is at the end of this world.
Yeah.
We've optimized the EXP routes in these runs to be like as tight as possible.
Oh yeah, the EXP route in Terra Stories silly. Also, fun thing on my screen, I reset the checkpoint before I did this fight because I went too fast into the trigger of this fight, so the game would have softlocked if I didn't reset checkpoint. But we're on PS5, so the loads are non-existent.
Full Peter Pan's been put in this place.
Nice. This bit, we just have to take out these generators. They spawn different points.
And do you do car strats on this fight, where you use the car to blow people up?
That's a thing?
Yeah. If you jump by the car, they explode, and it does damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll do it now.
On it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just giving Pest ideas of how to play the game. Let's go. It might be a little bit harder on any percent because you don't have gravity well. On NG Plus, we use gravity well to get them come towards us.
Small bit of tech is if you grab these things, these bombs, you're required to web up without any web shooters. It doesn't matter, you'll refill the web shooters.
Then today you attack the trains.
So that's kind of neat.
Not new form? Steal it?
Alright.
Yeah, this is much harder on any percent to use any cars.
Yeah,
I think Rebel gave me ideas so he could save some time off me.
No, I would never cheat in that capacity. I mean, I would, but no, absolutely not. I'm not trying to sabotage anyone's runs. Oh, no.
You do good work.
Rebel doing that? He would never. Never, ever. Also,
absolutely never.
Also, Rebel, the funniest thing in that mission I got the other night is, if a dude happens to be in your way when you're webbing up the bombs, he will get webbed up with the
Oh yeah, I've seen that before, and it's very funny. Oh yeah, I'm about to fight Ericus. This fight's actually kind of hard on beginner mode. It's easy on crit actually, because you have 1 small second chances.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to die.
I'm in a wait, so you go ahead and explain what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to basically stun lock this guy, get him over to a wall. He can attack out of whatever I'm doing to him. So I'm trying to maintain and trying not to die at the same time. So because I'm in a marathon setting, I'm gonna back off in a second and heal.
Healings for wimps.
Oh my word.
While you're doing this really hard fight, I want you to explain to me the entire timeline of the Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh god, I don't even know that normally. Oh my word.
So meanwhile, I'm in a wait because
yeah, I don't even know that normally. So imagine. Yes, so the Kingdom Hearts time. No, I don't even know that offhand without looking up a guide.
Yeah, there's a handful of things going on my screen. I'm in a wait, which means I'm literally waiting for the next story mission to spawn. These happen a few times. There's 10 minutes of them in the run. I'm also doing our first real dialogue skip, which is where I start a side mission, and then I end the side mission while a character tries to have a conversation with me. It interrupts their dialogue, and if you interrupt their dialogue enough, because the dialogue actually prevents the mission from spawning in. You typically have to wait for the dialogue. So if you just keep skipping the dialogue, you wait less time for the missions to spawn in. So I was simultaneously doing that while swinging to where this mission will spawn, while also picking up a couple collectibles that'll get me an unlock later. So just trying to do something with the downtime we've got.
Yeah, I was dodging tornadoes as Terra, which is easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, I'll explain tornado dodging when I get to Ven, because it's the same for Ven and Aqua, but with Terra, you just easily go past it.
Hey,
Right. I'm actually in Terra's endgame now. While Pess is basically still in beginning game miles.
Yeah. I would say it's beginning game until after Time to Rally. And I'm about to go into Time to Rally, so... I'll probably finish Time to Rally around the time you finish.
Oh, you're kidding me, right?
Assuming I get a good launch anyway.
Yeah, because he's gonna go for another launch. Yeah, I'm just getting Vanitas right now, so this is Vanitas. We'll meet him more later, but he just likes to body you. We'll fight him a bit more later, and I'll explain a bit more about how he works when I get to more interesting fights with him that aren't Chaos Ripper with Terra.
Yeah, the main thing with Rebel right now is that he leveled up and got his Keyblade to get his strength stat to a point where his Flame Salvo shot block can do a ridiculous amount of damage, and his Fire Surges also do a strong amount, because they're all tied to the strength stat. So Vanitas just dives around. He's trying to get shot locks in before he dies, get Fire Surges in around it. It's a lot of reaction and RNG stuff. Like, both these games have very reactionary combat, where you have an idea, but there's not a lot of fights that are completely scripted. There's going to be some reaction to things going on.
Right, I'm in Terra now. This is Terra's final boss.
Yeah, which would be really easy if the game didn't take Chaos Ripper away from us.
Yeah,
Because it took Chaos Ripper away, we have a lower strength stat than we otherwise would, meaning we do less damage.
Yeah, so basically, for canonical reasons, Square decided to change your Keyblade back to the one that he has in the in the KH2 like boss fight. Well, what this means for us is, we just do less damage. Level 20 is legitimately mainly for this fight alone, because otherwise you do no damage here, even with 3 fire boosts. Oh, something else about this guys, he has cures as well. He can Curaga himself. You average 3 cures. I've seen him cure 5 times. I know some people have seen more.
Yeah, in a speedrun setting, if he does more than 3, he messed up.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting. This is one of those weird fights on my screen where the enemies are so aggressive that they will just hop all over the place and not make up their minds on what they're doing, and it becomes really hard to react to their nonsense.
Alright, no, he won't die from this flame salvo. He's going to teleport around and... Oh, he did actually die from that one. Nice. Alright, so... that's the end of the Terra run. I don't know what I'm doing with the ends of the runs. Am I...
we pausing?
Oh yeah, we can pause here.
Right. So as Pest requested, I've got the end screen up.
49 and a no reset.
Well, yeah, that would have been a 49 if I hadn't have had to pause in the middle. That was like a 52, 53 overall, and I paused for like 3 minutes. So am I pausing here?
Any sub 50 run is really good.
So we'll pause here, and we're gonna go ahead and go on our break chat. We like to take breaks about every hour. We're gonna do it between characters tonight, just because that makes sense. Just to kind of promote, healthy habits, getting up, stretching, that sort of thing. So go get yourself some water. We'll be back in a few minutes to do the next part of this race. All right, welcome back, everyone. Real quick before we unpause and continue this race, I just want to remind everyone that we have a highlights channel on YouTube. So if you use ! highlights in chat, you can learn more about that and check out little bite-sized compilations of our hotfix shows. They're really fun. Esteban does a really good job on them. Also, you can check out the @GamesDoneQuick Instagram page to find some more bite-sized clips as in the form of reels, which are also very fun. I'm going to stop talking now so that we can watch more video games. So, Pestilist, go ahead and take it away.
Sure. Ready, dude?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Had to figure out the Tinkerer's next move.
So I'm just finishing up this fight, and then we'll have my second last launch.
Don't drop the inputs.
You little troll. Alright, let's see if I can get this launch. So same thing as last time, change the visual settings, create menu in the middle of it, it'll speed the game up, like that. That's an okay launch, but I got hit by a bit. I hit a building. The actual launch was fine, but I hit a building 1100 out, so we'll have to
Alright,
resort to
cool.
bunny hopping.
Stay where it's safe.
Alright, I'm playing Ven now. So,
Now, my PB Rebel, I got a launch that got within 300 of the bridge.
Stay where it's safe.
dude, I've done that before actually. It's very hype.
Leaving light inside.
It is very hype. But we'll just resort to bunny hopping, which is also kind of hype.
That's also very hype. Yeah, as I said, you'd see orbs again at the start of Terra's run. Ven's orbs are very easy because Ven just has the easiest time with orbs.
Yeah, well, he has the easiest time with orbs because Flame Salvo, which you saw throughout Terra's run, Ben starts with. And you saw throughout Terra's run, Flame Salvo's pretty good, so... yeah, he's going to use that a lot. I'm going to use my Venom Junction. Because the bridge fight just isn't that difficult. Because the enemies are aggressive enough, they should all come to me at
That
any
was
given
an-
moment.
Awful orbs, and I still got a 52.
Is Ventus just budget Sora?
Yeah.
Yes, next
Okay.
question.
Yeah, next question. It's even
Cool,
worse
cool.
in the 2.5 versions of this game, because for some reason in the English versions, Roxas has Ventus's noises in gameplay. Like he has Ventus's grunts and stuff in gameplay. I don't know why they decided to change that. Alright, so something cool about the three different characters in this game is they go to different worlds at the start. So then here we get to go Dwarf Woodlands first. So Ven also has very similar RNG stuff with D-Links. I want a D-Link drop in this first little mini-game / fight I'm doing. If I don't get it, I lose quite a sizable chunk of time. This is like a reset point when you're running this game. This Ven. If I got it there, I would have actually cried. And then and Pets also would have come to my house and punched me.
I would have flown across the Atlantic just to give you half that.
Oh, I'm getting. I think
I'm
you'll be happy
doing
to
the
know I'm
bug.
getting sneezied right now. So
There you go. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of scripted stuff with the whole bridge sequence. Essentially, there's a bunch of stuff you have to... Why did none of that work? That was interesting. What? I don't know what the game is doing. Anyway, this is a bunch of scripted stuff. I have auto QTEs on, so a lot of the stuff is automated, and it's done faster than any humans can.
yeah, it's
Just
really weird.
take a look at how quickly Miles is about to shoot webs across this bridge. Because the auto QTEs, it's better than having a turbo controller, dude. He goes.
I've got an idea.
Such a good feature.
It is a great feature.
Like, it's great for accessibility and also for speedrunning. A win-win. Wow, yeah, that's really fast.
Yeah. The Spider-Man games have some of the best accessibility features in the industry, and we actually use some of them during the run, so... pretty neat.
And then get a drop,
Alright,
big sad.
now everyone pay attention to Rebel's stream. I'm just gonna do puzzles.
Yeah,
This is like a 5-minute cutscene.
yeah. So I should be done with the next chunk of this game by the time he's done with that cutscene. All right, I have to remember to go back here because I need a. If you don't grab this fire chest, you can't buy fire in the menu, in the shop menu, because fire is unlocked at a later point in the game automatically. But if you have the command early, you can buy it in the shop. So yeah, you have to pick up that. All right.
That's a skippable cutscene. I'm a moron. Oh well.
If we're just watching more cutscenes, hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you time to catch up, dude.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, man.
I appreciate the homie. The homie cutscene.
Yeah, the homie stock, dude. I'm just taking.
Alright. Yeah, so that's Mini. I picked it up in Dwarfs. It's very, very good. What it does is it shrinks enemies down so you can step on them. And it just insta destroys them.
But unironically, it can be hard to figure out which cutscenes are skippable and not. If you're just starting out with this game, like,
Yeah.
there's no trick to it. You just
Pause in every single cutscene
just
until you
pause in
work out
every
which
one
one.
until you remember it. Like,
Yeah,
Nothing
when I
else
was
to
first
do.
learning Miles, I paused in every cutscene, even when I started like timing my stuff. I was like, wait, which cutscene's skippable? And now I just know which ones are skippable, which ones aren't. You just get used to it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm actually stalling Snow White's movement there because this tree's reaction command doesn't load correctly unless you do that. Oh, really? That's fine. Oh, really? And then I'm blood. So yeah, Snow White doesn't move if there's something in front of her, so we've got to try and clear her way. Go. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah. If we're talking about the why of these cutscenes, we're pretty sure it's because this game came out on PS4 as well as 5. Like, this
Yeah.
cutscene's a good 5 minutes, and we know that the game loads in the background.
Yeah.
And the PS4 version of this game, with this 5-minute cutscene, still doesn't load the city in time. When the
Yeah.
cutscene is over, it'll still take a few seconds for the city to actually load in properly.
Yeah, so I'm in Matriant now. Matriant is, I'm going to build up Fever Pitch, which is Ven's main command style, and then try and do as much damage as I can. Salvo up. Alright, cool.
So, I'll remind anyone watching that if what you've seen of Miles looks like fun, PC port coming out at some point this year. As far as I'm aware, the community unanimously wants to create some categories where we mod out cutscenes. So,
Yeah, and potentially see if we can do anything about the mandatory waiting times as well. But I
Yes,
don't know if
please.
those are hard-coded into the game or not, so I don't know if we'll be able to do anything about them, but we
we'll
want
find
to
that out next week.
we
'cause
want to
I'm
at
sure
least
we'll
look
try
into
this-
it.
I'm sure we'll try the same thing with Peter Game as well. So I'm sure by the time Miles comes out, we'll have a good idea.
Yeah, because these games are pretty much are pretty much same engines kind of deal.
Yeah, Miles and Peter Game are the same engine. So when the PC ports are by the same company. So when the Peter Game port comes out next week, we should have an idea. So yeah, keep an eye out on the Miles community this year because we
It
take
might
away the
pop off.
cutscenes. This is a 90-minute non-stop hype train. It's unironically a very fun run. The cutscenes just slow it down a lot.
Yeah, it's fun when you actually get to play.
Like for reference, the world record in this category by me, RTA, is 2 hours 28 minutes. The timing we do with this game, we subtract the cutscene times, and it's 1 hour 35 minutes. So, if we can mod out the cutscenes, then we will be going very speedy. And Rebel's just grinding, right?
Yeah, I've got to get my dealing dropped, so this is going to be extra long.
Yeah, Ben gets a lot more dealing drops than the other two characters get, so he's relying on a lot of RNG here. Why did that window need to stay open, even if I'm not playing?
This is just going to take forever now.
Yeah, Rebel's just trying to grind to level 10 and get a bunch of dealing drops he'll use throughout the run. Level 10 for damage dealing drops for
What are you
variety
talking
of
about?
things.
What are you talking about level 10? This isn't no menu.
See, no menu's the one that's actually in my head. So, level 6?
It's level 6, nearly level 7.
There you go. Okay. It was still in my head somewhere. I'm
No
too
menus-
used to Look,
No
the
menus
no menu
hype, though.
version of the Ventus run is more fun than what Rebel is doing.
Even though this is like my favorite category in this game. I'm like the only one who loves this category to death.
Like,
This is like
if
my
you-
child.
If you need more memes after this, we have raced Ventus no menu on the GDQ channel before. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. We did it.
It's the story Rebel's doing now, but you cannot open the menu, so none of this D-Link stuff. All the dealing stuff, because you can't change any of your commands or keyblades or anything. It's a good meme. It is legitimately fun.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember where this mission is.
I'm not doing very good on my dealing commands. I nearly said a bad word because I made a kind of mistake there.
Yeah. Small note, you'll notice that my game said I have 5 skill points available, and you might be wondering why I'm not leveling. It's because 3 of those skill points are a pre-order bonus, which are banned. And it's not worth using just 2 of them. I'm going to wait till later when I actually have 5 or 6, and then upgrade a bunch.
By the way, I only managed to lose 20 seconds when I didn't get a dealing drop in dwarfs.
Also, we have plenty of time to note how absolutely awesome this Miles costume is.
Oh yeah, dude, honestly, the classic costume, as it's called, is my favorite outfit in the entire game. It looks so good. It's so sick.
It is just very nice.
All the
good.
costumes in the Spidey games are they're so good.
Yeah.
The worst part about any percent, though, is I can't wear the costume with the cat.
Because you don't have it.
There's a costume you don't
you
know
belly
where
flopped into it, let's
where
go.
Miles has a backpack and there's a cat in the backpack and he's wearing a Spider-Man mask.
I like
and it's
how
the
you
cutest
picked
thing.
exactly the... Like, were you waiting to talk about the cat until I had Lucifer on screen? Is that what you were waiting for? Because that's exactly when you were talking about the cat, is when I'm bodying Lucifer with Mind Square.
Pestilus, could you call it a cat pack?
Boo.
I'll call it a cat pack. It's the cat pack, boys.
Boo. I'm going back to puzzles. Don't have to deal with this.
You're gonna go, oh yeah.
I don't have to deal with this. I can go back to puzzles anytime I want.
I could come up with so many more alliterations for what we could call it, but I can't say any of them.
Of course you can't.
You know, instead of modding out the cutscenes, we should just mod in Sudoku, just like in game.
Just
So it's
over
just
the
there.
cutscenes.
Yeah.
Mod in-game Sudoku.
Yeah.
Mod in Minesweeper, and it appears when cutscenes are there.
I mean, that would be the Giga Chad move.
Yeah. I was just doing movement up to goons. Hopefully I get goons right, because if this fight goes well, it actually looks really cool. Like, the way I do it is kind of difficult to do, because you need to line up lizards with, like, no time to line them up. Oh, something else I didn't mention during Terra, because I didn't do it. When you use sliding dash for movement, if you hit an enemy, it cancels all recovery animation of the move. Because it's meant to be a combo move, so by leaving you in like recovery frames or whatever, it's not really indicative as to what the move's supposed to be doing. So if you hit an enemy with it, it cancels everything. So
And doing all the beginner categories back to back is always interesting, because if you do the crit categories back to back, it's amazing how different they are. Doing the beginner, it's amazing how similar they kind of all get. You're going for very similar decks at the end of those runs.
I mean, we can make Rebel do crit Aqua.
oh god, I haven't even practiced that one, dude.
I mean, that's dude, that's faster. You don't need to give him advantage. Biggest meme, in case anyone didn't know, is that Aqua on the hardest difficulty is faster than on the easiest difficulty. Same
Yeah,
with him.
by a good 5 minutes. So if I truly wanted to be that guy, I could have mixed and matched like what I'm faster with to do this faster, but I went with, but obviously I'm doing all of one difficulty.
I've never seen those guys not see me, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, to be honest.
I'm assuming you just know what mission I'm in.
I know what mission you're in. You're in, well, I have a feed of the
I don't
thing
know the
open.
name of this mission, dude. I tried to do a reset to speed up.
It's someone. It's
didn't work.
Someone
who turned the lights on.
It's someone left the lights on.
Someone left the lights on. Yeah. The mission names get weird.
The mission names are normally like references to other things, but also related to the story in small ways, but not really. Mars has got some really weird mission names.
Right, you ready for a major glitch?
Fill him in.
So, I'm going to do something called an aim clip. I discovered this because a guy, when I was playing Peter game, literally shot me out of bounds.
Yeah, and then we were like, does it work in Miles? And it does.
All you do is you go to a corner, you wait for the melee dude to try to hit me, and then I'm going to aim as he's about to hit me, and that will push Miles right out of bounds.
Oh, something else I think you haven't explained.
Building.
Something else we haven't mentioned either, which Pez will do throughout the run. Whenever he's on the map screen, if you hold both the D-pad and the stick, the cursor goes at double speed. Don't no idea why it does that, but it does do that.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of that skip is you get in the building, I made a couple lines of dialogue spawn, I jumped into the next bit of this map, and then I reset checkpoint when I knew I would have the checkpoint triggered. This skips a whole bit where you go through the ceiling vents, and it saves like
30 seconds, 25 to 30 if everything goes perfectly.
30 to 40 seconds?
If you get a first try, if you get like an insanely fast aim clip, it's closer to 40. It averages about 25.
I got a first try really good aim clip, by the way.
It averages about 25 to 30. You need, like, it's got a bit of a range. But yeah, so yeah, you didn't know about the map screen thing?
I did not.
It goes very fast, so don't try it right now, because you'll be like, what the hell am I doing?
It's coming from somewhere deep underground.
But yeah, if you hold both a D-pad and a stick direction, you go double speed.
Welcome to Stealth Bits with Remote Mines. We unlock Remote Mines in this mission. Remote Mines on this difficulty are pretty much a one-hit kill on most enemies. Especially if you put them on the little amplifiers that are all over this mission. They're extremely strong. But as we mentioned earlier, we don't get gadgets back consistently, so I can't use them willy-nilly. I'm going to save them for very specific instances for the most part.
To protect you.
But this mission we kind of have to use it willy-nilly because it's designed as a stealth mission where you use them.
Don't mind me there just dying, because the first bit of this fight here ends in one of two ways: if you do enough damage or if you take enough damage.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Okay.
Silo's just on the other side of that blast shield.
Vanitas is doing his thing. Vanitas, please!
With a
Get
nuclear
hit!
reactor in each one.
Finally! Alright.
I need to shut these down.
This is why I brought Sleeps. And we're just gonna let Mickey kill him for us, because we're actually under-leveled for this fight. Even though we had to grind before this fight. Which is very funny. Mickey's gonna do his gravity command, there we go. Right.
Okay, this bit, again, is a bit of a stealthy bit. Like, stealth, as I said, is just the quickest way to take dudes out if it's an option. So anytime we have the opportunity to use stealth, we will.
Yep.
And just stick that guy to a wall. I have a bunch of venom now, so this next bit will not be bad at all, assuming they come to me, please. Usually enemies are very aggressive in this game and will just come to you from all the way across the map, but sometimes they can just choose to be mean. And essentially I'm just using venom jumps for crowd control. Venom punches are the fastest way to just take out a single dude.
Cool. One for Abandoned Crystal, let's go.
Nice. Yeah, he just used Grumpy, which translates into Treasure Raid, which is an ability that if it hits an enemy, it has a chance to drop the items the enemy would normally drop.
Yeah.
The Abounding Crystal will get him an ability called EXP Walker, which is every time Ventus takes a step, he gains 1 XP.
He gains 2 XP.
2 XP. Who?
It's 2 XP.
So while he's going to do grind after this, and while he's doing the grind, and while he does this movement in the world he has to do for later, he's just getting 2 XP every single step. It is very good. It's unfortunately RNG if you get the drop, but
Yeah.
it's well worth going for.
I wish I got 2 XP every step. That'd be
I know,
cool.
it'd be really useful, dude. But also, this actually counts. So the way it works is really weird. Every time Ventus's foot leaves the floor and comes back. This includes swinging, using commands, blocking. Jumping also triggers it as well.
And I'm just amazed a PSP game kept track of all that. So
It's
I'm
really
about
weird,
to be
yeah.
introduced to shield enemies. Shield enemies, the whole gimmick is they have a big old screw-you shield. But you've noticed we use jumps anyway to bring enemies in the air. When these guys are in the air, we don't care about their shield, so that's the strat.
I'm doing another quick grind here. Genuinely,
But I
it
didn't
actually
require
is faster to grind more in this game in a lot of instances than it is to just do the game normally. Also, I'm getting really bad RNG with this second dealer drop. There it is.
I want the shield guy to come here. It's not always faster to wait for guys to come into Venom punches, but it often is. Venom jumps, but it often is because the thing about Venom jumps is not only does one combo KO, the one combo also builds up another Venom meter when it's a couple of dudes, so it just leads to it being usually the best tactic because it means you can Venom jump, get enough Venom to do another Venom jump, and keep that going.
Need one more dealing drop and then I'm golden on dealing drops.
That guy, if he hits you, he takes away your ability to use Venom, so we do not like it very much. I really want to, whatever. Game does weird things sometimes.
Oh yeah, because I always bring this up.
Like, man.
Repair, should I bring up the fact that I actually play this game wrong with its controls like I normally do? I use the D-pad to play BBS. You can use the triggers to move the command deck. I don't do that. I never learned how to do it. I'm just an idiot who breaks his fingers every time he plays this game. Because when they ported this game to PS3, they changed the control scheme to make it easier for people. Yeah, I just continued to play like I was playing this on PSP. So, I claw everything.
I have enemies who are just not being nearly as aggressive as they usually are tonight.
Damn, that's quite a big sad on that one. Oh, nice.
Because it makes the Venom jumps hard, and it makes Venom management a lot harder.
I'm perfect on my abilities now. What level am I? I'm level 16. Alright, cool.
Yeah. Rebel's using Mickey D-Link because it has the ability to give him double EXP for every
Yeah, it's
enemy
double.
killed.
I should have brought that up because I've been here for like 3 minutes already.
Yeah, and he's grinding all the way to level, you leave at 18, right?
18, yeah.
Grind all the way to 18, so by the end of the game he'll be level 21, because mainly for the final fight, because the final fight we used to do at level 16, and it was actually genuinely difficult. At level 21, the final fight is not nearly as difficult.
We're actually getting to level 23. We used to do it at level 20.
Right. Yeah, whenever I say Rebels, whenever I say levels, assume that Rebel will correct me.
Yeah, because I've been playing this game quite a while and I've done like every route of this game for every character I have done at some point.
I've
like,
spent more time doing crit, where you do not gain a single level, so...
Oh, I only lost 37 to grinding 2, that's not bad.
It is legitimately faster on a crit. It's legitimately faster on critical mode to stay at level 1 because EXP0 has a bunch of hidden abilities, and those runs are very different than what you're watching Rebel do.
Yeah. I actually I just prefer beginner. I can't really give much of a coherent reason. I just like beginner more than crit. They're the categories I put the most amount of time into in this game.
And I think it's pretty cool that beginner gets to be shown on the GDQ stream for a bit. Because the beginner BBS is the classic easy to learn, hard to master run, where you're mostly seeing Rebel, like, it appears like he's spamming a bunch of commands most of the time. And if you actually go and do it, you'll do it, but you'll do it like 15 minutes slower than Rebel is, because there's a lot of minor stuff that goes into exactly how he's using the commands. And
these runs are a lot easier than what they used to be. They used to be way more difficult, way back in the day, before we made the routes much easier. There used to be a lot more routing on the fly. You had to change your menus like legitimately every run to suit what you had. So if there's one good thing that's come out of more people playing this game and trying stuff out in this game, is that we got more consistent runs in terms of the route that you do.
I'm in another level wait, so I'm waiting for the mission to spawn. When Peter calls, I just blow him off, and the mission will spawn faster.
Yep. Gonna do a quick menu here. So yeah, with both... Oh my god, I've got optimal RNG in both. I'm making just an absolute butt ton of commands here, sorry.
When Finn says, I heard the news about Mom's rally, I can skip her dialogue and get to the mission spawn. Then we have another unskippable cutscene.
Yep, alright.
Are you seeing a pattern?
Yep. So, here's Trinity Armor. You watched me do, like, normal damage to him as Terra a little bit ago. Here's what happens when you over-level in BBS.
Over-leveling in BBS is a fun time. Like, Birth by Sleep is much more reliant on its RPG elements than most of the other KH games.
So yeah, this is going to do a butt ton of damage.
Really matter. If you are under-leveled, you will do literal chip damage to enemies.
I'm really trying to make sure. Oh, I nearly got the setup to do laser skip pass. I was going for it, not gonna lie.
I mean, if you could get it, then I would fly across the Atlantic and
high five, let's go.
Sure, we'll go with that.
By high five means slap me in the face.
Like, meet me at high noon.
Meet me at high noon, what, on the island?
Like, you know where.
I know, yeah, dude, I know exactly where we're meeting.
You know where. Midday.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Took me a second to remember what you meant. I know exactly what you mean now. Alright. So, I didn't mention this before with Terra, but movement in this game, it might look like I'm just spamming dodges, but I'm not actually. I'm actually doing dodge, take a step, dodge, take a step, dodge, take a step. I was doing the same with Terra. It saves a minute amount of time in every single screen to do so, but also you go a little bit further every time you do it as well. So it makes a couple of things a bit more, well, actually doable. So yeah, by making sure that you're spacing your inputs and timing them correctly, especially a lot of stuff in this game, you can make sure that your things are going a lot faster. So yeah, this is a force fight. If everything goes well in this force fight, it goes incredibly quickly, but I have to do things extraordinarily specifically, or everything goes wrong.
And
so
My favorite part about this force fight is that when I got world record in this category, I was on the call with Rebel, and I was on the way to this fight, like, hey, Rebel, how do you do this fight? And he was like, oh, this, and this, and then I did it perfectly, and got record that run.
Cool. That was perfect.
There you go.
I did it right. You have to, like, when I was doing the flame salvo finisher, you have to press that exactly 7 times and no more, or you hit the next wave afterwards, and it ruins everything.
Alright, well, Rebel does an ice cream minigame. Who's ready for my second big glitch of the run?
Yay!
Yeah.
You have to walk to it first. It does take a while to get there.
So after you follow Finn here, you're supposed to walk on a crane in order to prove you're whatever the Finn, like sneak into her club. But we have a way to skip the crane, which is by falling off the crane.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Thrill, who literally just fell off the crane and was like, "Oh, you can skip it."
Yep.
Like literally, he just fell off, and he was like, "Wait, what?"
And shout out to our boy Dutch, who actually taught me how to do the consistent setup.
Yeah. And then shout outs to Pest, who talked to Dutch, who then said to me in the DM, "Rebel, we're dumb. Here's how you do it."
Yeah. So essentially, going on to this crane, there's a traffic cone over by the corner. I'm going to walk into the corner along the traffic cone. I'm going to hold the sprint button. I'm going to hold up left on the D-pad, or on the analog stick, and Miles is just going to fall off the crane. And instead of game overing, it's just going to skip to the bit where Miles is supposed to walk on this crane, then make a jump for it. It just skips to the scene at the end of it.
Yeah, because it turns out it's a cutscene trigger that's underneath the crane based on where its hitbox is and not like anything else. So you just fall into the cutscene.
You just fall into the cutscene. That saves 30 to 40 seconds. Just not having to walk on the crane, because Miles moves very slowly on the crane, and he acts like he's clumsy and about to fall, and there's a whole...
Genuinely, there's actually 4 or 5 different ways to skip the crane.
Yep, there's quite a few ways. There's a much swaggier way that's way less consistent, so I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, we call that one V2. Shoutouts to the Jack and Daxter guys for the V2 naming, because Burke's the one that did it. So it was like, yeah, this is a V2.
Take today to settle in.
Right.
I'm doing really bad at ice cream minigame right now.
Gavin needs you. Not now. We've got a new recruit.
Fine.
So, I hope you enjoyed those 2 glitches in this game, because we're done with glitches now.
Yeah. Long as the new weapons keep coming, the underground stay loyal.
I want a refund.
Well, it's less than 2 hours, so you better get it in quick.
I was gonna say, if you buy it on Steam and do the speedrun, you can just refund it afterwards.
Not with the cutscenes, you can't.
How many times do I have to explain it?
No, because we're gonna mod out the cutscenes.
Miles, I need to deal with
Yeah, when we mod the cutscenes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
When we mod the cutscenes, I'll make a YouTube video of can you refund Miles Morales? And just...
The clickbait title, let's go, boys.
Stuff from Martin Lee's gang?
No joke, I am very excited about this eventually coming to PC because I haven't played it yet. I just, I ran Peter game on PS4 and then I never bought a PS5.
Yeah, thank you for adopting the name that we made.
Yeah, I'll call it Peter game. That's fine. But yeah, I ran that a bunch on PS4 and then never bought a PS5, and I wasn't about to try and play this on PS4. So real excited for the chance to play it later.
This run on PS4 doesn't have the launches or the bunny hopping, so it is the significantly less swag run.
Yeah, it's just much more cutscenes.
Yeah, there are actually a couple cutscenes you can't skip on PS4, but you can on PS5. But only a couple, so...
Maybe we'll just get a free, skip cutscene button for all of these on PC. Maybe that'll just exist.
Maybe.
I mean, that'd be pretty hype. Then we'll find out Friday, huh? So next Friday, you want to see the developments for that, I'll be streaming it next Friday, I'm sure.
Alright, I've got more mini games I've got to play. This is Earns. I'm actually going to try and sandbag this a little bit. I'm going to try and get some points. You have to get 15 to win this first one. And Herc instantly took my barrel away from me, so thank you, Herc.
I'm just doing a pretty specific stealth route. You can talk about stutter stepping. Or are you not quite there yet?
I'm literally just there. So this is a start step. I'm lifting the controller down towards me, pointing the camera towards the other stick, and then tapping it with my middle finger. This gives you many steps in a row, and you have to do it for quite a while.
Yeah, he's getting 2 XP for every single stutter, so...
For every single jitter, you get 2 XP. Sometimes you get a little bit more, because it depends on how good the stutter was.
Meanwhile, on my screen, I'm doing a very specific movement route through the stealth section to take out as many of these dudes as possible. And then I want to get caught, so they'll all come to this circuit and get one hit by my remote mine. And then we just start using our focus and doing the crowd control stuff we've been doing most of this run.
So, this second urns I actually have to win. Also, I want to get EXP as well. So, I need to get a certain amount of points and then just, like, hope to God Herc doesn't win from there. If I was playing crit, I would go for a high score, like I always do. But I can't do that on...
Yeah, beginner. You need the EXP, so...
Yeah, you do gain EXP from...
just come over a smidge.
Yeah, you do gain EXP from being on the barrel, but it's not as much as when you start a step, so I have to start a step.
Will you, is it just you? I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to make sure I knock the things in different directions.
Yeah, the bit after the stealth section for this bit's consistent. The bit after the stealth section is not. Said, like most of the big mob fights in this game, you're staying in one area of the arena and you're just hoping the aggressive enemies come to you. And some of them will, some of them won't. This is one of those runs where you could just imitate the venom jumping stuff, and you could just do a run and do a decent job. It's all in the minutia in terms of doing it quickly and not, and a lot of reacting on the fly.
My start step is real bad right now. I'm really out of practice with it. When I run this game consistently and I'm running Ven consistently, I'm really good at this.
Yeah. Stutter stepping is the best way to get arthritis that I
It really is, dude. I love this category, but goddamn, like, RSI is, like, coming my way one day, dude.
Not that bunny hopping is that much better.
Yeah, right, dude.
Bunny hopping will be better on PC when, like I said, hopefully we'll have 1D left click, 1D left right click, and that won't be...
Oh, you just plink it, dude. Just plink, plink, plink.
Yeah.
Arcade stick it, dude.
Yeah, that won't be too bad if we do that. So I'm going to run into my first sword enemies. Sword enemies can only really be damaged by remote mines or by doing a venom dash, which is an ability I'm about to unlock where you dash at an enemy and throw them. I'm only going to use venom dashes after I unlock the ability to turn the dash into a jump, which I will a few missions from now. So you're rarely only going to see the dashes when I'm taking out sword enemies until then.
Alright. I'm heading to Deep Space's Ventus now. I'm actually making some pretty good time right now, to be honest.
Yeah, seems like it. I am not, so you have chances.
Alright. I switched my keyblade to mark the hero there. It actually does make a difference on the little mini-game part I've got to do here. You do a little bit more damage here if you have the higher strength keyblade on. Cool, that was actually perfect. Oh well, I say perfect. Like, the situation was perfect, the fight wasn't as fast as it could have been. Alright, skipping some cutscenes, now time. Dude, I get you. Oh, dude, it's time for Wingblade. So, well, I didn't cover it during Terra's run, but every command... There are tier 2 command styles, so when you go into a command style, by doing specific things while you're inside that command style, you go into a tier above that command style. We're going to be using one called Wingblade, which is Ben's exclusive one, and it's very good for this fight. So, again, do that.
Are you kidding me with that? Whatever, we can work with it, we can work with it.
That wasn't the best.
Come on.
So here's Wing Blade.
Okay, that's fine. That's messy.
Okay, thanks you, Flood, for not getting caught in what I need to get caught in. That's fine. This should kill everything. Okay, it did. Thank God. Right, yeah, and if you do that right, the Wingblade finisher just destroys everything right at the end.
Get me out. Wingblade is so cool. So, this is a fun mission spawn, because I'm going to be able to get within about 300 meters of where the next mission spawns, and it is still faster to fast travel than to travel the last 300 meters. Because the PS5 is just that ridiculous with its loads.
Yo, lads, I ended that shop venue with 69 money. I did it, I peaked.
Nice.
Right. So this is the anti-grav room. You go through it as Terra, but you don't activate the anti-grav. Yeah, anti-grav just makes it so you jump really high. That's how you get through this room. Alright, there's another fire surge I've got to pick up. If I have enough money or enough stuff to sell in that shop menu, I can buy a 4 fire surge and not pick up this chest and save a little bit of time. But I just got to pick up that chest there. Alright, so here's Meta 2. So Metamorphosis 2 is pretty reliant on Stitch doing his job. So Stitch has to shoot him a bunch, or this fight goes really slow.
Okay. Are you kidding me with that? Oh my word.
Is Stitch more competent and friendly in this game than he is in Cage 2?
He's just as volatile in this game as he is in Cage 2.
Cool.
So I'm just
That's
trying
actually
to get rid of these guys who because these you're just trying to take out these generators. These generators get these generators you can take out as soon as there are no enemies just around you. So I'm actually going to get seen by these enemies intentionally, try to draw them away from the generator. Hope they follow me, which one of them, a few of them didn't. Are you dude, you have one job, just follow me.
You have one dude, just don't be a dick.
Just don't be a little. Come on.
Right. So I'm in.
Ideally, that's what happens: is they follow you, you turn invisible, they don't follow you back. Since they're not near the generator, you can activate it.
Yeah, because as long as you're not aggroed, you can use it basically. Then if they can't see you, then that counts. Alright, I'm actually using Bashful now. So Bashful in Snow White D-Link is actually Warp. It just despawns enemies for us. It's just faster to deal with this fight with despawning everything. Because we don't need the XP from this fight, so...
Yeah, the main reason we do the generators in this particular order, oh my word. Dude, I got caught on 2 of these generators before, and I have never been caught on either, because just the stealth takedown didn't work for some reason.
That was actually completely mediocre RNG. That's
pretty
perfectly
upset
fine.
about that. I've never seen the stealth finisher not work twice. That was really weird. A decent enough recovery for what it's got. That was really weird.
Barrier's fresh out of power.
And prime for smashing.
Alright, cool. My deck is now set up for a while. All the surges, right, Pass?
All the surges. Surges is so good.
Now it's blocked.
Oops. Maybe there's a staircase.
Hey man, I'm thinking. What if you told
I'm just saying, this sums our dynamic up. He's getting the really, really good no reset luck, and I'm getting stealth takedowns not working.
Yeah, this happened last time.
Giant armored silo looks.
This is the dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, Pence is really looking for that 1-to-1 because I won last time, so
Can't make a direct connection.
he's really looking to tie up the game here.
Hey man, never forget I beat you when we were on the front page of Twitch running that no menu.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. Was that on RPG Limit Break?
Yeah. I also beat you by 2 seconds when we did that KH relay,
Yes, yes.
which was hilarious.
Like, I was watching the end and I was like, oh, no.
Other Spider-Man was super clear. Don't tell anyone who you are.
Okay, this bit's another pretty specific.
That's a really good
stealth.
hook fight. If you do hook correctly, he doesn't really move. So, yeah, that was, like, really good.
This bit is, again, based around these amplifiers for the remote mines are just insane good.
I can't let her take that chance.
And these guys should be aggressive and come to me, which is what I want.
Mysterious
Yeah,
Tower, easy mode, let's go.
What? The heck was that? Was that a
That's-
finisher? I've never seen that animation before. That was pretty cool.
Alright. I did Mysterious Tower without issues, Pest. Let's go.
Nice.
I did not fail the movement.
Are you kidding me right now with this crap? Okay, the big boys, they take a remote mine and 2 venom punches to take out. He just likes to dodge venom punches until he gives up. I don't actually know why they give up and when.
Okay, now for the new form.
Right.
And now I'm in an auto-scroller, so,
No.
Nice.
enjoy Rebel skipping like 15 cutscenes.
No, I'm already past that. I'm in tornadoes now. Give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, enjoy Rebel Final Fights, because I'm going an auto-scroller into cutscenes. So you can focus entirely on that.
Alright, cool, I did it right. So the way tornadoes work is only one of them can chase you at one time. Unless you play the base patch version of this game, then no, there are no rules. They do not care. The only one can chase you at any one time. So by manipulating which ones are chasing you and timing your inputs, you can dodge all of them. If you get caught by tornadoes, you get thrown into fights, and they're very annoying. Especially on beginner. If you get caught on crit, you can just die and just click continue to retry. But on beginner, it takes you so long to die that you have to try and recover. You normally get into 18 fights afterwards if you fail it once.
Only bit I can save time in this auto-scroller is just cutting that one corner, going where I know she's going to. Like,
Yeah.
this is a standard auto-scroller. Fun fact, at the start of this auto-scroller, I could have done a launch and launched myself out of bounds and failed the mission.
Why didn't you? I did it
I don't
last
know.
time.
Listen, I've got channel points riding on Pest right now, so you can't
There
just
are
throw
Channel
yourself out of
points, you
bounds.
bet against me? Oh no! Oh no! Absolutely bodied.
I mean, you shouldn't have, considering how the marathon luck tends to go between us.
Gotcha. Pathetic. Gotcha. Too slow.
So, Vanitas 2 is just a weird fight. There's,
Yeah, I'm just kind of reacting to everything and just.
yeah, it's mostly just reacting. Vanitas 2
That was actually not bad.
likes to teleport away all the time, and he's just kind of trying to get the surges to hit as much as he can. You can try to, manipulate him into dodging by doing attacks you don't care about hitting.
Yeah, but
It all-
that actually went kind of well, considering what normally happens.
Too slow. Forge the keyblade.
Alright, here's the final fight.
And cutscene. Final fight's much easier for him because Final Vanitas loves to just dive right at you, and the surges have multiple hitboxes where he can.
That was
surge
actually really
into
good.
Where a guy's going, and then you go into the Kamehameha bit of it.
Good.
Where he'll just try to do a shot lock whenever Vanitas does a shot lock. And do it 4 times. We'll get last word. He'll do that, and his run will be done. Last word. Some people know it can hit. It will never hit if you just don't move.
No, it'll always hit if you don't move.
That's what I meant.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
It'll always hit if you just smash out last word and don't move. So I have a wait, and I'm on my way to that mission, and I'm sure that's where we're going to pause it.
He nearly did me dirty, dude.
To say a sub 140 with 2 runs is kind of nutty.
Alright, and we're getting to end
Like,
screens again if you guys want to take
You'd be on a
You guys wanna
really
do it?
solid all stories pace right now.
Yeah. Are we doing another break at this end screen, or
Yep.
are we doing...
Yep. You just yell it past when it's time to pause.
Pause!
Nice. All right. Just like before, we're going to take another quick break. I'm going to go refill my water. You should also go refill your water, and then we'll finish up the race after that. So be right back. All right. Welcome back from break, everyone. We're on our final leg of this race. But before we start that, I just want to remind you all that your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, your bits, all of those things here on the GDQ channel help support this weekly hotfix content, just like this show. So, consider subscribing or, throwing some bits our way if you like seeing our weekly content like this. Also, if you missed the beginning of this show or you missed any of our other hotfix stuff this week, feel free to check out our YouTube channel to, see all of that. But if you are on YouTube right now watching this, you can come on over to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern to catch us live. And we'd love to have you here. That's it for me. So I'm going to make Rebel take it away from me this time.
Okay, right. I'll do a countdown, Pess. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, but these breaks are really redundant for me. I just have to say, because I'm unpausing to go wait for a mission and then watch some cutscenes.
Hell yes. I'm going to play Orbs again.
Sounds right.
We do love orbs here on
We do love
GDQ
Orbs.
channel.
We do
Love orbs.
And I am quoting his producer here.
Aqua has the worst Orbs because she starts in the worst position out of all the characters, so hopefully I can do this right.
You know what I love? Doing Sudoku instead of watching.
Of course you do.
Sometimes it's not about the truth.
I
it's
mean,
about
I don't
the
know
one
what
who
else I'm
talks
gonna
the
do.
most or the loudest. But look, this debate
Alright.
is going to happen.
The Aqua has to do Orbs very differently. I'm going to go for a combo right at the start.
We'll all learn something.
I did not get it because of course I didn't.
Of the debate with Triple J with the full transcript on my blog. But until then, remember to invest in blue light filters if screens give you headaches. Bye.
No,
Here's what's at stake, chat. If he gets really good RNG, he could win. If he doesn't, he'll lose. So make up your mind on if you're rooting for that or not. Yeah, aqua orbs are just a pain in the butt.
That's a 57, not bad.
Because Aqua has her shot lock, bubble burst isn't great, and her magic commands aren't great for dealing with the orbs.
Not really, no. If I had Magnet, maybe.
Does Magnet work on orbs?
I have no idea. You can try and randomize it if you get Magnet as part of your starting commands, but I don't know if it works. I've never seen anyone get it. The only person I've seen do rando is Dessa. Because he's working on it.
Yeah, I keep saying I need to do a rando run. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, I need to finish up making my bingo goals for this game. Because I got about halfway through, then I just ran out of ideas. I need to go through like a thing and look at other goals and see what I can come up with.
A lot,
You're 17.
Right.
You're stressed. And you're
So something I'm going to do with Arco, which you don't really do with the other two characters, is called a dealing drop. I just made that name up on the spot, by the way. By going into a D-Link while in the air, you drop to the ground because the D-Link can only load when it's on the ground. So by obviously going into the air, you can force it to... You can force drops. A piece of cool tech I'm doing here, actually, which you never see in any of the runs, is what I like to call pause cancelling. So when you enter the main pause menu in this game, where you can change your command, your key blades and such, essentially, it cancels all other animations on your your character's doing and push you back to neutral. So by cancelling out of that quick blitz in the middle of the animation as I hit the ground, I can turn around as soon as I pause the pause menu. Alright, now, Jacques. Aqua's escort is very different to the other ones. Jacques here has 5 different paths you can walk along. One of them gives you no spawns, the other ones give you spawns. There's 2 that you don't want. There's one that you do want, obviously, which is spawnless, and there's a couple that like you don't really. So he's given me standard. That's fine. I'm gonna try and do that now. And what direction is he going now? Where are you going, Chuck? Okay, you're going around the outside, which means you're not going to spawn the other enemies. Good. That wasn't too bad. That was about standard. Alright, cool. So Aqua's first boss here is Curse Coach. I'm going to try and stunlock him, but it depends on what directions he decides to move and what he decides to do and other few little things. Yeah, you're right there, Pess.
I'm just watching cutscenes, dude.
Isn't that what you've been doing this entire time?
Yeah, I've been watching your run and cutscenes. That's been the...
It's gonna give me bad RNG. That's fine. That wasn't too bad.
I've been trying to figure out what type of juju I have to pull to get the type of RNG you're getting in the no reset.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good RNG right now.
Like, I just want to be clear. He got a 49 Terra and a 50 Ven. Those are good times, especially for a no reset. Those are ridiculous times. I was expecting him to get like a 50, 51 Terra, like a 51, 52 Ven. Like,
yeah, I'm doing real well right now. Those are times that I was expecting to get, because those are pretty standard, like no reset runs. But yeah, I'm just doing incredibly well right now.
He's doing well, I'm not doing super well. We have a race. Is it much of a race if I just stand around waiting for you to catch up?
No, not really, but you know, you have to do that anyway because your game kind of blows.
Hey man, that PC port. I'm putting all my eggs on that PC port.
You're putting all your channel points on the PC port.
Yep.
Right, Aqua can do the same sequence break that Terra does, but she has to go to the other side of the wall. The reason why she has to go to the other side of the wall is because her hitbox is smaller than Terra's.
Right.
That's literally the reason.
Did you enjoy me playing the game for 5 seconds? Because I'm going back to Sudoku now.
That was amazing.
To explain what I did, I just leveled up a little bit. I had a bunch of skill points. The main things I leveled up is now my Venom dashes. I can dash to an enemy and then turn it into a Venom jump, which does actually have area of effect. Not as large as a normal Venom jump, but an area of effect. So it's useful to buzz around the map and take out some dudes. That's the big one. Most of the other stuff I got were passives that build up venom faster and stuff like that. I also unlocked a thing that lets me carry one extra gadget, which I'm mainly using to have 3 remote mines, which I will use remote mines very aggressively in the last couple boss fights of the run when we get there.
Yep.
So Rebel and Dwarf Woodlands is doing some specific movement to get Fission for mostly money, Fleeting Crystal for magic case stuff, so its magic commands can come off faster. Magic Mirror on beginner is just kind of a pain.
Yeah, it really is.
On crit, you can put him to sleep and do very specific combos to just destroy him. On beginner, he'll get to cycle through all his attacks at least once, and you just kind of have to react. Compared to Ven and Terra, Aqua's early game is actually miserable.
That was actually really good though.
Nice.
I actually got a pretty good set of attacks. I just messed up my inputs at the end there. I was meant to combo the poison into the spell weave finisher, but I got hit in between because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Aqua just has a miserable early game in comparison to the other two because her tools to start out aren't great. But when we do the level grinds, very similar to what we did with Ven, where we'll use Mickey D Link, she becomes super, super powerful.
Yeah, she becomes incredibly broken.
Probably the strongest of the 3 once she's properly leveled.
Definitely. Definitely, because Firaga is just a better overall command because it obviously is it's a shorter animation. You can spam more of them because obviously you're in shorter animations.
Alright, play the video game, woo! So, I'm in Tinker Tailor Spider Spy, which is one of the hardest missions in the game to do quickly. There's a decent amount of nonsense in this one.
Are you okay? They were gonna kill you.
And it also has some neat tech that I'll explain a bit when you get
I accidentally sold a bit too much than what I meant to.
Yeah, Rebel's going to defy gravity again by locking onto a goon.
No, I messed up my shot menu. I'm gonna have to go grab an extra command real quick. I'm gonna have to go grab a command from somewhere and sell it. That's really bad.
Roxxon kept Rhino instead of giving him to the police. It's crazy.
Nothing about Roxxon surprises
Got a chest
me
around
anymore.
today.
You okay?
I will be, once we're out.
Gonna be enough.
Shutting off security cams. Can you check that computer? What did you find?
This is me messing myself up, bro. This is me messing myself up here.
We have to lift the base lockdown first.
I have to go grab an extra freaking command because I messed up.
First, we need to escape the security wing. I'll go down to the
when he's done with that, he'll lock onto a goon in a clip above him and then do a big old sequence break to get Ice Barrage, which is a nice, strong command.
This has pretty much decided the race because I messed up and accidentally brought one too many of my things.
It'll still be close. Especially if I mess up this mission, it'll be close.
Unlocked. I'm headed to the floor.
Right above you.
Yeah.
You have to remember, Battle for Harlem in any percent's a pain.
Our way out, but I'll have to hack a few terminals to disable the.
I can't believe I messed up a very simple shot menu because I pressed left one too many times.
So, little bit of specific up here.
We're back to where we were.
Venom. Yeah, he's gonna do a cool little sequence break real quick, like I was talking about.
I literally accidentally pressed right instead of
please?
up a couple times.
Cool. Sometimes you say please and the game says okay. That was actually a really clean fight. We take those. That was one of the more annoying fights, because the Roxxon guys, red armored guys with the helmets, aren't nearly as aggressive as the
Our man at the raft is setting up a special work.
What do you call them, guys?
The
The
police rhinos.
purple guys. I can't think of their name right now.
Yeah, the underground.
Underground, yeah. The underground guys are way more aggressive than the Roxxon guys, so getting the Roxxon guys to group up is harder. The underground guys will typically run right straight into you, and you'll be like, "Oh, cool."
You know that guy? Is that the reason we got captured?
No. It's
So this bit's a puzzle with some dialogue stuff, but there's some cool optimizations in here. Because we get to reset checkpoint at some specific dialogue, like when Miles says no. Finn no, we reset checkpoint, it teleports her up, skip some dialogue. Then when Finn sighs after this, we can reset checkpoint, skip some dialogue.
Yep.
But it needs power.
Let me see what I can do.
And then we do a very simple puzzle, and we try to speed up a cutscene.
I can't hotwire the shutters, but I
Oh,
can
yep.
move machinery, like that crane.
Right, I'm going into Goons 2. Goons 2 is just make sure all the goons are cleared out of everywhere. Then I'm going to do a little movement trick in the middle to try and make sure that I'm all up in there. But then, yeah, it's mostly just make sure that they're all out of the way. Another thing you have to watch out for is when your partners get killing blows on enemies in this game, you lose out on EXP and CP. So I'm trying to make sure I avoid that as much as possible.
You're good. Use a laser.
Fun fact, you're supposed to Venom Punch this engine. You can Venom Jump, and it'll do the same thing. And it allows us to throw it right away, so a little bit of a time save.
And explosive is just what we need to destroy those shutters. Let's go. Almost out.
Said, and when we go into this cutscene, I'll try to do a
Oh, Aqua, thank you for whiffing. That's
screw that up
exactly
a
what I wanted.
bit. We'll do one more try at it because it looks funny. There we go.
Looks like they just started.
You do a reset in the right way. It speeds up the cutscene a bit. Was it worth me resetting to get it? No, but it
No.
One thing. Did you ever think about calling me to tell me you were Spider-Man?
Yeah, goons are just, they are a pain in the butt, because if one of
After my
them
parents died,
does anything that they're not supposed to, things get really
I
wonky.
thought I'd miss having a brother, but I had you.
So Rebel's just trying his best to control their movement with the magnets and the spell weavers.
That won't hold forever.
Yeah, I can tell you how much time I lost to the shot menu mistake in a second there. And then something else cool in this game, your commands gain intangibility if your arm goes through a wall when you activate them. So you can activate that crank from underneath the floor.
If you try to go invisible.
Wonder how
I lost 2.5 minutes from that.
is dedicated to fighting.
Are you kidding me with the spawn right now? I'm on the most difficult and most important stealth section in the run. Because if you do the stealth section without being caught, which is easier said than done, then no extra enemies spawn. The fight just ends.
Yeah.
If you need to, if you do get caught, extra enemies spawn in, and it adds a bunch of time. So I'm just trying my absolute darndest to do this in a way that no one can me. Which gets really awkward at this last bit, because there's a handful of dudes, and they usually like to stay pretty close together.
Just promise to talk it through with me, okay?
Where's the last dude? I'd never seen that last dude go over here. That's interesting. But I didn't get caught, so that's all I really asked for there. And now we go to the Rhino fight.
Oh yeah, so that would welcome you then.
Yep. So Rhino fight, phase 1, you run him into a tank, and that'll free up his armor enough for you to punch him. The gimmick is you cannot Venom punch him while he has those red armor pieces. So, but that little animation where you ride him, you can skip. You just need to go near a tank, have him charge, and when you dodge while he's near a tank, it'll have you jump over him just like that, instead of doing the riding animation. Saves a little bit of time.
I'm in Dragon Mao, I'm just attacking her butt real quick.
there's a safe spot by her butt where you won't be hit by anything, and all his commands can deal damage from there. So he's going to hang out there. Phase 2, Rhino's going to throw the tanks, and there are engines that you need to venom up. I'm apparently attacking his butt. I've never seen that before. Okay. Well, this got really bad. All I'm attempting to do is Venom jump on the engine and hit him in the face, because that's the way you're supposed to. Miles was punching him in the butt. I don't know why. That'll probably force me to do another cycle of this.
Okay, I lost. Okay. I got a 17 with losing 2 minutes to having to go to Dwarf Woodlands and grab an extra command. That's not bad.
Cool. Alright,
Considering everything I had to do.
There's still 3 cycles there. And then phase 3, his armor comes off, so you can Venom Punch him, so you just spam Venom Punch and the fight's done.
Roxxon armor's disabled. You're up. On it.
So this one isn't a big deal at all.
Yep.
There we go. Now I have some more unskippable cutscenes.
Wait.
Cool. If you want to be an additionally baller speed gamer, you can skip using Grumpy on these mandrakes if you want to, but that is a 4% drop chance.
The right way.
Yeah, so that was a really good Tinker Tailor Spider Spy, right? That's a very easy mission to mess something up. It seems like a short mission, but it's 3 fights that are hard to optimize and fit with a lot of tiny optimizations in the puzzle, so it's very easy to lose a bunch of time there.
I'm getting Abounding Crystal right now.
If Finn goes through with her plan.
Yeah, he's trying to get the Abounding Crystal with Grumpy like he did with Ven, so he can get 2 EXP per step, and it sounds like he's not having good luck with it. I mean, it's about time, to be fair, with the RG you've had.
Oh, there, finally.
How many throws?
Oh, I had to go to the second group of enemies.
Yeah, you never want to go to the second group of enemies.
Yeah. So this run, I'm getting bodied by Aqua. So me and Bessa were doing memeing about Aqua being the equalizer. It really is the equalizer right now.
Yep. Well, the other equalizer is the Mickey Demon drop. Because if you get that right away, you still have a shot. Regardless, this is going to be much closer than either of us expected going in. Yeah, but I can talk about the story here, I guess. Roxxon, bad company, energy, poisoning people, very bad things. Finn is Miles' friend, and she lost a loved one to Roxxon's crap, so she's trying to stop it. Miles is not going about it the best way to try to help Finn, and at this point, Rhino eggs Finn on. Miles finds out that if Finn goes through with her plan, she'll blow up all of Harlem. Can't skip that one.
Yeah, it also didn't...
This is how weird the cutscenes are in this game. I couldn't skip the one before that. I could skip that one. Now I can't skip this one.
Yeah.
If you can make it make sense, let me know.
Yeah. It also doesn't help in this run that I choked and accidentally brought too many magnets, so, that's a big mistake on my part.
You'll be fine.
Oh no, I don't want to sell that. Sell that for them.
You'll be fine. But, yeah, long story short, Big Bad Energy Corporation, Miles needs to stop Finn from getting revenge on them, or the whole city will blow up. And Rhino was being a not nice guy about any of it. That's the stakes right now.
Yeah.
And, get your memes ready, because this is the one time in the run you will hear J. Jonah Jameson, so, get your memes in now.
Oh. The second wave.
Second wave, Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good RNG. This will be close. This will be
Now
a close
I have
race.
to get the second drop fast.
Yeah, this is another way. All I'm doing is I'm doing tricks to build up my venom meter, because the venom will carry over into the boss fight when the next mission starts. Otherwise, we're waiting for Genki to call me. We'll skip some Genki's dialogue with the bone stuff that we've done earlier in this run. And then we'll go to probably the coolest mission in this game. Like, is it fair to say that Thicker Than Blood's the coolest mission?
Probably.
Because the Prowler fight's pretty cool.
One good thing about making the mistake is I did get to pick up an extra fleeting crystal.
Yeah, that is nice.
So yeah, quick menus. I actually got it was third wave for the second drop, so actually not that terrible.
That's workable. So this race will be close. I don't have a real frame of reference for how long it's going to take either of us from this point.
Oh, and I grabbed that Terra D-Link there for movement only, essentially. It saves a tiny bit of time in movement to grab a Terra level.
Alright, who wants more Sudoku?
Yeah, there's more cutscenes.
Cutscenes. So if we meme about it, honestly, it doesn't bother me that much.
It really doesn't bother me that much at all.
It's a very relaxing run.
I like to meme about it.
I remember like in Peter game, just like you didn't love the like sitting around waiting for missions to start, but it was also kind of nice to just be like, yeah, I can just kind of chill for a minute. Like
it's
this
appreciated
is fine.
is the correct word.
Yeah. Right.
This is a very laid back run. Like, very comfy. The sort of run where you just kind of hang out for Friday night. Like, you know, you can make some coffee in the middle of it. No, it's honestly a very fun run. Like, the game is very, very enjoyable. If the cutscenes are a make or break thing for you, like, that's understandable. They really don't bother me that much. Because you can see, I play Sudoku during it, you know? I just play Sudoku, I watch Twitter. There are ways to just kind of lay back and have fun with it.
I think everything's stormed. Okay. Oh.
Okay, so Prowler fight's really, really cool. Let's see if I don't mess this up. So first phase, 2 Venom Punches, a Remote Mine, and go ham. First phase will be done. He got stuck on the geometry there, that's fine. To answer a question I see in chat, 52 minutes of the run is unskippable cutscene. And about 10 of it is waiting for mission spawns. So, phase 2, use Remote Mine, use a Venom Dash, and go ham.
I only lost 9 seconds to grinding. That's very optimal.
That is very optimal.
Right. Right, now I'm going into Trinity Arm with Aqua. I remember what it did with Ven.
And phase 3, I'm going to reset checkpoint so the drones get out of the way. Then I'm going to do a Venom Dash so we know we get him, Remote Mine, and some more combos, and there we go. That was a clean Prowler fight.
I don't think anyone saw Prowler. I think you have Sudoku open.
Whoops. Well,
The price of memeing, am I right?
the price of the meme. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I'm not moving the camera there. If you smell Weaver at the right time underneath him, the camera just wilds out. That was a really good trick down the pipe. Yeah, so that the camera just wilds if, like...
Yeah, that power fight's a bunch of very specific combos. It's very cool. It's very optimized. Like, if one combo goes wrong, that fight goes to not very good quick. Why is the D-pad so much faster to move the map? What the heck?
No, D-pad and stick.
I know, but even the D-pad alone is faster.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to get our prompt about you cannot turn back when you go in this mission here. Which is a bit of a lie, because there's actually 2 missions here.
Yeah, the game's like this is the point of no return, but there's 2 missions there. I mean, it does go straight from one into the other, so it does make sense.
Yeah, it is a non-stop one into the other. It makes sense. So this bit,
Oh yeah, so
stealth stuff.
yeah, Vinitas
Why
1 here.
are you?
So Vinitas 1, are you sleep on him as
Okay.
Ben? I'm gonna
So I'm going
use
to
magnet on
intentionally
him.
be seen in bed and punch. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I'm Vinitas 1ing.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, Vanitas is just affected by status things.
So yeah, you can just cheese him. Like that, you can just completely cheese him.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see in terms of the enemies just being hyper aggressive. That is exactly what I wanted to see. And one more will come to me. Just punch him. Cool, that was a pretty clean, like, Real Scientist Part 1.
Yeah.
This is a long mission.
Yeah, no, it's a very long mission. Alright, we've been memeing about Pez's game being don't play for a little bit. I'm getting to the bit of the game where I don't have to play for a little bit if I don't want to. I'm in Fruit Ball now. This is a 3-minute mini game, which is very easy to win. I say that I'm going to lose now. So yeah,
Fruit Ball we typically use as a break in the middle of the run, which is incredibly nice on the higher difficulty runs, because Fruit Ball on those runs come right before a big boss rush.
It basically becomes for every boss in the second half of the game, like onwards.
So it's really nice because it allows you to take a break, like get your like mindset ready, prepared for a big old boss rush. So this is just a little old puzzle, nothing ridiculous, just power the generators using Miles's electricity stuff. None of the puzzles in this game are anything insane. So, just run over here, and then we're going to go into a big old flashback scene.
Yep.
It's a lot of walkie-talkie. Mostly walkie-talkie, and you go to certain points of interest. Hit the interact button and let Miles do his thing. There's not a lot to commentate in this bit.
Now, don't worry, I'm in Fruit Ball, dude. I've got lots to commentate right now. Oh, I'm just itching to have everything to talk about. I'm just hitting the fruit around.
Well, I have something to talk about. Tell them how scuffed this was on Xbox.
Oh god, yeah, the Xbox One version of Fruit Ball just doesn't function in any capacity. Like, the smash move that I'm doing just doesn't work.
Miles strafing's really fast. I don't know why. Very fun.
So yeah, like awkward speedruns on the Xbox One are just hard mode because this minigame doesn't function correctly.
Yeah, because Rebel's just pressing triangle to put the fruit up in the air and then X to spike it. Like, it's on Xbox, it spikes straight down instead of you being able to aim it, so it becomes really easy to actually lose the minigame.
Yeah, when you can't control where you're hitting stuff, it's really difficult. Okay, cool. What's the highest amount of points you've ever got on football?
Like 36 or so. Obligatory who's that dude next to Doc Ock joke.
Yeah, so my best is 42.
I don't think I've ever gotten 40.
Then none of your upper runs have ever been valid.
I also haven't tried that often. So.
Yeah. Alright.
But yeah, you just gain a flashback of Miles and Finn sneaking into an exhibit with something they built.
Yeah.
Nothing ridiculous. It's wait for some dialogue, walk to certain prompts, press the prompt. See Peter's new model. Yeah, and then we'll have one more unskippable cutscene into one of the harder fights in the run. Because this run is now getting really difficult, with Like Real Scientists and Battle of Harlem are very, very hard to optimize.
That was a really good fight. Alright. Awkward doesn't have a cutscene, awkward doesn't have a cutscene, awkward doesn't have a cutscene. Very good.
I do that for the Ben one in Deep Space.
Yeah. It doesn't help that when you do both in a row.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm in Aqua's 10 rounds. I did these as Terra earlier. She has a slightly different order, but she does have to fight all the same things, essentially. Cool. If I get a cure drop here, this would be magical. No cure drop for me.
This is not horribly long unskippable. It's just long enough to do a really quick emergency bathroom break if you have to at the end of the run.
Oh my god, I got the optimal vision there.
Nice. I mean, great thing about the cutscenes is if you're like C average and you need a bathroom break every hour. It's really easy to do that.
Wow.
The call outs.
Dude, it was hanging there, dude.
It was low-hanging fruit.
The lowest of hanging fruit. I've never seen a lower hanging fruit.
You know, sometimes you gotta do it.
Right, I'm leaving OC early because I want to go Deep Space and grab the Keyblade at the end of Deep Space. But doing 10 rounds and then leaving is actually EXP optimal, so that's why we do that.
Yeah, so that first bit is first bit of this mission is pretty precise, using remote mines on the big boys, so the big boys can't be affected by venom jumps. This next bit, I'm trying, if possible, to stay on this upper layer, because the the underground guys tend to be aggressive enough to come to me, and this is where enemies generally spawn, so both those things put together I like them to be over here. I'm also saving a finisher. I'm also saving finishers, because if I build up 2 finishers, I'll be able to use them on one of the massive hammer guys who are big old pains in the butt. Which I apparently haven't built up yet. So I guess I'm doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, by just punching. Right, I'm going into the bike mini game. We like to call this bike game or gotcha take that because I was going to say gotcha take that a bunch.
Yep, if chat wants to spam Aqua gotcha take that with her, you're more than welcome to. I won't tell you to stop. I can't speak for Rebel. Alright, that was a clean enough, like real scientist. You're just trying to go with the mobs of enemies the best you can. And we're on to Battle for Harlem, which is very hard in any percent. In New Game Plus, the gravity well, which allows you to pull enemies to you, comes in really clutch for this fight, because there's a lot of enemies, and you're just trying to wrangle them the best you can. Instead of bunny hopping, I'm going to swing over while doing a bunch of tricks, because my venom bar will carry over, and the tricks will give me venom. So I'd really like to have all 3 venom bars going into this fight.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
We're getting a few gotcha take that's in chat.
Good,
what have you done?
The reason Gotcha Take That is a meme, because on crit level 1, these guys kill you in 2 hits. And it's a very random minigame, so it either goes perfectly and you're never in any trouble, or you get murdered. There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah.
So, Battle for Harlem, there's just a lot going on here. There's a lot of dudes. I'm just trying to group them up the best that I can. Some of this is scripted, a lot of this is not. But really the main thing is the Venom bar. I want to always have a couple bars in it. So that which is why you're seeing me web a bunch of these guys to start out. Because I just rather not use anything else. So like when this sword guy spawns, I immediately have the Venom to be able to jump and not worry about it. The auto-targeting Miles gets a little weird. You're usually able to auto-target guys you bring up in the air with a Venom jump, but sometimes you can't. That wasn't too bad. Then you go up to these buildings, and this building, there's a death plane for the enemies if they fall off it, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. And boot them off. How you doing, Rebel?
I'm going into Gantu.
Nice. You can explain Gantu. This is...
What do you mean explain Gantu? I'm going to stand in front of him and I'm going to use Fire Arga. Stitch might shoot him in the butt for me, but I can't count on it.
Ideally Stitch will shoot him in the butt.
But we all know Stitch will not do anything useful.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Stitch will not do anything.
I want to go right
plan.
here for these guys, because these guys are stupid, and they never do what they're supposed to. The yellow boxes on the mini-map tell me, like, the area where I have to take care of enemies for the next wave of stuff to spawn. When it disappears, I know the guys are gone, and I'm just double-checking that, because sometimes these people will fly off, and if they fly out of their zones, they still count for whatever zone they're supposed to be in, so it still gets wonky. And last wave, there are 2 of those big old hammer guys, which is a problem, yes, but I have been saving remote mines and Venom for this moment in particular.
Yep.
Okay, I'm getting murderized a little bit. You don't have to take out these gunners, but the gunners are murdering me, so I'm going to take them out.
Alright, let's see if I can do the, let's see if I can do the Zack strat.
Any Battle of Harlem where people don't run around too much is not a bad battle. we will take those. One long, unskippable cutscene before we get into the final boss. This is a good, 2-minute cutscene.
He got away from my mind square, so I have to revert to older strat where you just hit him a bunch. What I was trying to do is I was trying to circle him around all those mines that I placed down and hit him into them, but he hit one of them a bit early, so he flew out.
And Final Fin is 4 phases, very mapped out. I have a whole specific thing of combos I'll try to explain as we go through. You doing this, or you did swag Zack strat, right?
I tried.
It's possible to just smash him into the mine over and over again. And for Hades, he's going to go into the Blade Charge style, and the Blade Charge
I got the double kill.
Blade Charge combo can hit both Ice Titan and Hades at the same time and just blow them both up.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Say, this race is very close.
Yeah, it would have been closer if I hadn't have lost 2 minutes going to grab an item that I needed to sell because I'm an idiot and brought way too much of Magnet in down to Dominion. That lost me 2 minutes, so...
Say, Rebels got a world left before final fights. I'm in final fights, but I have cutscenes to contend with, so this is very close.
Yeah, you have cutscenes, but you've also got, the fight is not the shortest thing ever. You've also got you've also got the section after the run as well.
Mm-hmm.
I say after the run. After the boss fight, there's, a couple of minutes of cutscenes.
Alright, Final Fin, let's do it. Phase
Final
1.
Ven?
Final Ven, Pog. Let's do it. She's going to charge right at me, and I'm going to Venom Punch her when she does. Then I'm going to Remote Mine and just start going ham. That'd be Phase 1. Phase 2 has a little bit of a cutscene. Takes a bit to skip here. Then I'll go into a Remote Mine, an air launch, and then going ham. I was able to save my remote mines in the last fight, meaning I can do this very easily.
If you actually have 0, if you checkpoint restart, it can sometimes give you 1 or 2.
Just wanted to chime in and let you know so you don't worry.
Okay, this one got a little wonky, so we're just going to try to use a finisher and see what can be done with it. I didn't do the combo I typically want to do in this one at all, so we're relying on finishers to do some damage.
Roxanne City. Alright, later, kid.
Yeah. Ideally, you can get her in the first combo before she has a chance to run away like this, but it's fine. And then last phase, reload checkpoint, get a remote mine back, use it, run all the way around so we don't knock her out. 1, 2, Venom Punch, full combo, Venom Punch, and she should force me away just like that. That means I did enough damage to take her out. We'll do 3 cycles of her throwing big things at me and lagging the game out. And I just have to hit her a little bit, and it'll be Fin done. And my time will be about 3 minutes after Fin is done. Oof, she hit me out, so that's a bit of a time loss. If you get hit out of the arena, you have to sit through an animation of being pulled back in. It's not very fun or speedy. If I damage her enough, she'll go right in front of that big old pillar. I should be dodging these attacks, but it skips an animation to zip over them, so... Yeah, there we go. The final boss is done. I have about 3 minutes of an unskippable cutscene and of holding forward animation, and then the run is over.
Yeah.
I will call out when it's done. Because final time is you have to hold forward for an animation, and time is when the last QTE ends. So, you getting into Keyblade Graveyard, Rebel?
I'm at Mysterious Tower.
Yeah, this will be within a minute or two. Yeah, tornado movement, which Rebel's about to do, is hardest for Aqua, I'd say. This is where, when he said he's not dodging the cartwheels, he's timing them. That's where it really comes in.
You mean mashing, not...
Yeah, if you don't do one step in between each cartwheel, you will be too slow and get caught by those tornadoes, and especially on the beginner, you lose ages.
Yeah, you lose a lot of time by getting caught by a tornado.
You lose ages. Not a good time.
Yep. I did it with Ben. Did it.
So I can commentate these two fights when you tell me which one you're in.
Well, I'm just doing tornadoes right now. Pess is gonna hold forward and then...
I'm literally holding forward. I'll tell you when time is. When the last QTE is over, but we have other QTEs on, so I'll tell you when it is.
Yeah, we just know when it is. Right, going into final fight. I'm coming up on break. Sadly, we can't do break skip like we can on Ven, because Ven has a cutscene with break in it right before his final fights. We just meme and call it break skip, much like Roxas skip in the PSD version of Catch 2. The English versions and the Japanese versions where there's no Roxas fight, we just have Roxas skip meme.
Nice. Yeah, Braid likes to teleport around. Aqua's fire Agos will follow him quite a bit, but some of them will still miss. The big thing is he's trying to stay under him so he doesn't teleport that much, have as many fire Agos hit as possible, and get into Blade Charge. And he's going to go in the middle at some point and shoot a bunch of arrow things, and he can use the Blade Charge finisher to deflect the arrows back at him, as well as do the finisher damage, and that'll be quite a bit of damage, assuming he can get it. Okay, time is coming up.
Easy DM skip, boys.
Nice. Yeah, if you do the blocks, it works out well for you. And... time.
I would have won without the... I'm very annoyed. I would have won without the mistake I made in the short menu at the start of Aqua. I'm just gonna... No John's that.
Hey man, it happens.
You played incredibly well for being on virtually no practice.
Rebel played absolutely unreal. This race shouldn't have been nearly as close as it was.
Alright, I'm in my final fight, so...
Yeah, final Vanitas. Mickey's doesn't help at all. Mickey's more of a hindrance than anything. Which is a lot of fun, but a lot of fires. He's going to want to use Mind Square and provoke Vanitas into going into the Mind Square, and use fires to knock him into the Mind Square some more, and that's going to be the main damage method. It's just hoping the Mind Square doesn't.
And time.
That's cool. Nice.
Without that 2 minutes. Oh, that's so annoying. But that's fine.
That was close.
And with the RNG you got, do you get to complain?
Oh my god. No, I don't get to complain.
Like, you got the time I was expecting you to get with average RNG.
And it was just caused by a mistake. Oh, that's so annoying. And I knew that. But that was a lot closer than it really should have been. So
I mean, I'll take a 230 for me with, I didn't play fantastic,
so for context, I did ESA last week, and I did 3 different runs, 3 completely different speed games at ESA. So I spent the preceding few weeks of ESA preparing for those, and then I had a week to prepare for this. So...
And we decided a couple weeks ago that was all Pess's fault, right?
Oh yeah, it's all Pess's fault. It is all Pess's fault. Absolutely.
Yeah, but we decided everything that goes wrong in this run is all C Average's fault.
Ah, yes.
Also true.
That's also very true. So yeah, I can blame my mistake on everyone else that isn't me being an idiot.
Exactly. You get it.
Oh, so now me and Pess are 1-1 on the hotfix streams now.
Yeah. But that was a
There
lot
you
of
go.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone watching has any interest in either of these games, Rebel and I, we leaderboard mod both of them. Like, if you want to learn anything about either of them, like, feel free to come to us or go to the KH or Spider-Man Discords. Lots of cool people.
Yeah.
Like, these are really fun runs, but everything you saw here is really easy to learn, hard to master. Like, very easy to just get into and do runs.
Yeah.
Like, so feel free, come on down. Like I said, if cutscene's a big no-no, check back in Miles in like December. Hopefully you'll have a PC port. Maybe we'll have no cutscenes.
Yeah. Just gotta hit people with the shout outs for all the people in both the Birth by Sea community and everyone else in the Spidey community, both Miles and Peter Game, because we try everything that gets found in Peter Game. We also try in Miles because they run on the same engine, so similar things work in both of them.
That clip I did earlier in the run, I found in Peter's Game, and we just tested everywhere you could do it in both Peter's Game and Miles' game. We found nothing in Peter's Game, we found one in Miles. So.
Yeah, so, always
awesome. Well, why don't you two quickly tell us where everyone can find you and follow you so they can see more memes, mostly.
Right, so, so I stream on my Twitch channel, Rebel Dragon 95. I also do have a Twitter, which is under the same name. At the moment, me and my buddy the Rixer Ricky, we have a habit at any European event we go to of finding random jank PS2 games. So if you ever see anything random on my channel, it's probably a PS2 game that we found randomly, and we're trying to see if we could do speed game stuff with it. But yeah, I run a multitude of stuff. BBS is one of them that gets flung in with everything else that I do. So hopefully you'll find something that I speedrun that you enjoy.
And you can find me at Pestless on Twitter, Pestless on Twitch. And yeah, I also speedrun a variety of things. Like, main ones are Birth by Sleep and the Spider-Man games, which I'll be back to Birth by Sleep relatively soon. And Marvel Spider-Man PC port coming out next Friday. I'm running that day one, where there's going to be a lot of testing, a lot of modding thing. Like, it's going to be crazy in the Spider-Man community for a bit as we figure out the new port and all the cool things we can do with it. Hopefully including no more cutscenes. So that'll be a lot of fun. Feel free to
Fingers
check out
crossed.
the memes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's it for What's Faster tonight. Thank you both again so much for being here. This was a good time. Chat, don't go anywhere. Right after this next little break, Grudge Match will start, and there'll be some more races on tonight on Grudge Match, as there is. And then don't forget to come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for Going Places, followed by Think Fast, which is another one of our newer shows that if you haven't seen yet, you should check it out. So thanks again for being here. Really appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Grudge Match.